Un momento.
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Red Milwaukee 404, man. We back at it again. Another Tuesday night, man. Sneakerheads Cut the Line Radio Live, man. Today is Tuesday once again. September 8th, 2020, right? I cannot wait
It
for
might
this year
be.
to be over with. I cannot wait.
Man, we keep saying that, but we don't know. We don't. This might be
Hey,
2021.
nah, man. Look, I'm ready for this year to be over with so bad
Mhm.
because uh then the election will be over with as well, and hopefully we prevail. All right,
Hopefully.
hopefully we prevail. But once again, y'all know what it is, man. Another Tuesday night, we back at it, man. We got the usuals in here. We got the homie, Q the Queen. All hail, yes. And then we got BX. We got BX in the building. Shout out to the homie BX. And if y'all didn't see, man, we got 313 Retro Queen, and then we got the homie TK in the building. I'm gonna let
What's good?
everybody
What's
do their
good?
intros. Everybody go ahead and do their intros. Who wants to kick it off? Q, B, who want to kick it off?
Ladies first.
All right, well, it's your girl Q the Queen. We back at it tonight. We got some exciting guests here today, and yeah, man, we're gonna have some fun, man. We in here, we doing this thing. What up?
Hey, I go by the name of TK. You know, TK from BK. If you can't remember TK, we always spread love because it's the Brooklyn way, and it's a pleasure. Thank y'all for having me.
What's up, everybody? 313 Retro Queen. Y'all know what it is. Who has the heat? Panel member, all that good stuff. Yo.
And it's
Well,
the
you sitting
usual.
in the dirt. 313 sitting in the dark. Now get another
Nah,
light.
you know what? It's my work laptop I'm on.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. So I got in like 4 daylight bulbs too. I can't even figure out why it look like, like you got to turn on some Marvin Gaye or some shit. I don't even know. I've been trying to mess with these lights for the longest. It's pissing me off too. But yeah, I let my brother borrow my camera too, so I'm all assed out.
Oh man, okay.
It's
And
all
you know
right.
how,
You still look
you know how
fine
work
on
do
this
you?
side.
They ain't gonna give you no
Right.
good shit. You know what I'm
You
saying?
look good on this side.
This
Like-
whole side right here, we can see all of this right here. This side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up,
Go ahead,
everybody? It's your boy BX. Usual suspects. It's a pleasure to have you ladies here with us tonight. Let's do this.
You're
All right, all right. So y'all know what it is, man. Like I said, we got TK in the building, and we got 313 in the building tonight as our special guest. Man, first of all, it's a pleasure. I appreciate both of y'all coming through tonight. Man, shout out to the chat, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button first of all. Make sure that you guys hit the comment section. Any questions or whatever like that for these ladies or for us?
wait. This is live right now.
Yeah, we live. We
Damn,
live.
like, you didn't tell me. I could have
Hey, no.
invited the whole Zoom. I want to love to watch this type of stuff.
Hey, we live, baby. We
Can I
live.
curse on here? Y'all know I got a cursing problem.
PG-13. PG-13.
All right, so like hell and damn.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is YouTube. You know the YouTube rules.
I mean, I'm just saying that YouTube was within the first 30 seconds.
Hey,
Listen,
boy,
I mean, I ain't want to tell you no, but I've been censored myself, so
Yeah, no, it's okay. I could work on it. I got a child I'm trying to work on it for too, so it's all right.
hey,
Good
all
practice.
we
Good
all
practice.
we ask is PG-13. Q
Well,
Q
let
on
me
the Q on the other hand, we just do her like that sometimes.
Hey, look, you're not about to do my sister like that while we on the
I
damn.
need to
While
see
I'm
more
on here. I'm
like
telling you
that.
right now. Any other time, but right now, you can't be
you see
speaking off.
you see the treatment I get. You see that treatment?
Oh man, sometimes Q be having these pause moments all summer. It's been kind of crazy. It's been kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
she be going in.
The
Look,
quarantine pauses have been crazy this summer.
Hold on.
just trying to get it how I feel.
I gotta take a picture of this so I can post it on my story so people know.
Bet,
You know?
please do.
Gotta go ahead and y'all smile like that. Okay. I'll tag y'all in the one I take after this. It's funny just for the
Bet,
public to get knowledge of what's going on.
bet.
Where-
All right.
Hey, we most definitely make sure you guys hit that comment section. Make sure that you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure that you guys hit that like button. Y'all know what it is, man. And we are also TK. We are also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, aka Periscope. All three
Oh,
platforms.
it's the whole thing. I got the
The
shebang,
whole,
shebang.
yes, the whole shebang and
I
bang.
like that. Professionals. I
where-
like that. Hold on.
So
Okay.
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all, man. First things first, like I said, I appreciate y'all coming through. 313. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm on my best behavior.
Oh Lord.
That means she's on no behavior. That's right.
Listen, look, let me tell y'all something. This is my first day back to school. Okay, I'm a 4th/11th grader. Okay, so
Oh.
I'm tired. I'm tired in my life for real. Like I'm used to doing my work at home online, but then when you got to run back and forth, and they ain't even in the same room, and they like, hey, this ain't. You got to figure everything. This. I'm chilling today. I can't.
More power to you.
I'm just praying that I'm not so chill that my filter ain't working. So that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to control right now.
When BS get to asking his questions, trust me, you can just sit back. You ain't what's going on.
No, why you gotta do me like that, Q?
Hey, one quick thing, real quick, y'all. Because I did not say nothing yet. So we did release the new era collab that you guys see on top of my head tonight, the SNEAKERHEADS collab. So if you guys do want to pick it up, we did release it at 7:30 on purpose. 7:30 Central tonight once we started the show. So if you guys want to pick it up, it is a limited release. And yeah, my phone's going crazy right now. So if y'all want to pick it up, make sure that you guys go ahead to sneakerheadsclothingline.com right now. Before we do sell out, because like I've been saying, we will sell out. So
hey, and they will, cause they shit fire. I mean, they stuff fire. Look, that was my bad. Look, they stuff fire
already.
Hey, so no games, y'all. If y'all want, don't sleep. Make sure you guys go to sneakerheadsclothingline.com right now while you can. And so let's go. TK, I'll start off. I'll kick it off with TK. TK, man, first of all, I appreciate you coming through tonight.
Thank you.
I appreciate you showing us love on the funarios videos, rocking the brand.
Hey, no, them shit's hard. So like, look, I know y'all sent them to Lonnie, right? I know y'all did, right?
No. Before you go there, Lonnie Ashley was a representative for you because he was like, yo, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and send 2 mediums from a girl. I was like, oh, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, I was like, let me see them. He's like, yeah, somebody wants to send me. I was like, let me see. I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna need those. I'm like, you ain't even gonna do them justice. I need those. Like, let me go ahead. Real friends tell friends what's up. I was like you'll wear them, but I'm gonna wear them. So it's a different kind of wear. I'm gonna style these bitches. He don't know about it.
Right, trip it out.
Not yet. He don't care about all that. He don't care about all that.
No, he don't. He really don't.
I care about all that. So he don't.
He don't. Which I don't get. Being originally from Milwaukee, I don't get it, but it's okay though.
What you mean? Are y'all stylish in Milwaukee? Is that
right? That's what I'm like.
See, now when it comes to Milwaukee and being a sneakerhead, it's like peanut butter and jelly, like.
Well, like his little.
But that's really the Midwest, though. That mean, like,
ain't nobody ever said ever, not never, that them cats from Milwaukee got drip.
First of all, you ain't even.
Right. I ain't
over here. So I mean, look.
This what we about to do because first of all, Q ain't never been to Milwaukee. Q like to get on me every 2 seconds. She
but she got a point though. I've literally never heard that.
Never. Ain't nobody never heard that ever.
Which is why.
Hey, well, you know what? If you ain't never heard it, you heard it from me. So now what?
You heard it from me.
Right. That's
heard it from me. Oh, well, okay.
So you speaking for the masses?
And what's my name? What's my name? Damn it!
We ain't got to do all that part now.
You right. I mean, like in Brooklyn, in New York, period, New York City,
for sure.
I can't speak for the Albany and all that. So I don't know what they got going on, but
hey, Buffalo, get down.
City, Buffalo, yeah. I just don't know their fashion sense. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what they got going on fashion.
Who you know from Buffalo that get down?
Griselda.
I never heard Buffalo have drip.
Griselda, they fly. Flashy, she fly.
Who flashy?
Huh?
You said
you don't know who Griselda is?
Griselda, no.
Rappers, man. Come on. 9 to 5 average Joes. You talking rappers, man.
I think that's a good sample size right there.
Yeah, I don't know who a lot of these People be that's not from
You can't be using rappers talking about,
and rappers got money. I'm talking about like the natural.
We gonna bring it back though. So I mean, people get fly in Chicago. That's a mecca of fashion. NYC they get down. LA.
You say Chicago was a mecca of fashion?
Absolutely.
Where? Why?
Chicago
is a mecca of beauty.
Chicago was
I ain't never seen a Chicago woman without her hair done or her nails done. But as far as clothes, no.
I can't have this conversation with somebody from New York. That's the problem.
Not
with somebody from New York. That's all. It's
okay. From Detroit better than women from Chicago.
Listen, Detroit fly.
Look, we fly over here.
Detroit is
I know y'all heard about them getting
I was having the fly denim outfits in Detroit.
Right. I was going with Detroit next. Detroit was next on my list when I was down my list.
I'm not down to Chicago saying they don't look nice, but as far as like being recognized for looking nice, nah. Not at all. Not at all.
Virgil, Kanye, Dante, all them cats from Chicago.
That live in LA with money. They not branded Chicago.
No everyday people here.
They born in
everyday people. Chicago. Nah, I can't even hold you. Nope.
See, they using rappers, y'all. They using rappers.
Spending all their money on.
We talking about everyday people. When you go to the city, do you see? Y'all fly. When you go to New York,
yes, it's fashion forward.
Soho. You just be like,
listen, it's fashion
fits.
It's fashion progressive. Niggas ain't matchy like you.
No, it's about if you can look at it and in 5 seconds you be like, oh, that's a look. That's a look. I may not understand it, but it's a look. Chicago ain't got that.
You could walk downtown, you could see a cat wearing pink and brown, and you be like, damn, how you do that?
I can't. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna hold
why
you.
Why he do that? I might be like, why he do that?
For the majority dress nice that are from Chicago, but I just don't see it when I go there. It's just not a thing. But I've never seen a woman from Chicago whose hair is never not done.
Where you be at?
And I've never seen them with. They from the hood. I don't know where I be at.
That's why. Come on. That's like me saying I'm going to Flint looking for somebody that look fashion for it.
No, it's not, because in New York, you could be in Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, and
I gave you that.
Fashionable.
I gave you that though. I gave you that. I said NYC. I gave
That's
you.
That's what I'm saying. The Chicago cool, but y'all not known for fashion.
No,
that ain't y'all thing.
You killing
y'all
me.
More musically inclined. The Midwest, I give y'all a lot of music. Y'all got soul, but the fashion, nah.
So
nah, really. No shade. Y'all ain't. But y'all got soul, we don't have that in New York. We ain't got soul.
You know what? This is the problem with New York, man. Because New York is the Mecca, we can't even have this conversation. Because when it comes to that, even in the sneaker culture, we had the same type of conversation.
Sneakers different. I don't consider that a part of like the whole fashion.
No, this is what I'm saying. Like just talking in terms of New York in general. Like even if you have that conversation, everybody from New York just think they automatically they the god.
I'm not gonna
ain't nobody else. Nobody else from anywhere else know nothing about no sneaker.
I don't. My sisters, I'm the eldest of 6 girls and 3 boys, and my sisters all know sneakers. And I'd be like, this year, I used to wear the dirty Converses in the Vans, and they be like, these are the feet, and I'd be like, my Converse is supposed to be dirty. Like,
right.
Wear them like these.
I know your
sisters right? I was like, I walked in the store. I was like, these man cute. I like them. Didn't know what they was called.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, you got the Reacts on? Is that what they called? Because if that's what they called, then yeah, I do. If that's what they called, no, I got this on. But I like this check on the side, and that's why I bought them.
That's okay. I'm talking about sneakerheads, but I got you. I hear you.
Yeah, you're right. People from New York, we just got this complex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but TK, I know your sister that be rapping. I know she be getting on you.
Oh no, they don't stop getting on. Now they praise me. They stop talking about me because I grew up different. I'm the eldest.
They praise you because they was like, oh, you got the Reacts on. And you was like, yup.
I was like, well, I didn't react to nothing. I didn't even say anything to you. I didn't say anything. They like, no, your sneakers. Oh yeah, I need.
Yeah,
about that for sure.
I knew what you was talking about. I just wanted to.
I've been wearing those. I'm more of a if I like sneakers, I'm gonna go get some Burberry or some Fendi sneakers. I just because I like the pattern on them. But I'm more when I buy sneakers, I like the way things look. I don't go off of like, oh, this is what this is.
The story, yeah.
Yeah, that's why the more money I get, I gotta have people in place for that.
Right.
I'll be a meme.
I hear you.
For sure. They'll make fun of me.
For sure.
Y'all cat tripping though. I'm gonna need 10.5 to be on time out. Talking about down south, really where all the drip at.
Oh, heck no.
Y'all duck head wearing up.
I mean, y'all now, Q, that's progressive, okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Q, you was wrong for saying progressive.
They still wear
Progressively slow.
they still wearing short sets in down south.
Right.
They still wear short sets, so they ain't progressive, bro.
Hey,
They wear all type. They be having on hoodies. It's because the weather don't be consistent there, so they just wear whatever, whenever. You will see a motherfucker in Atlanta with fur around his jean jacket. Okay, I'm like, what? And he's like, I'm not waiting to wear this. Who knows when it's gonna get cold? Like, who knows? Yeah, it's completely different.
It's rare you see a cat from down south that can dress. I ain't gonna hold y'all up.
Yeah, yo,
I know
they go in on y'all in the comments
Let
about.
me tell y'all something. Listen, some of y'all think y'all got it. Nope.
I'm sorry. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I mean, like the whole damn family. And I just go down there from the city and I be like,
This ain't it.
Y'all killing the South right now. They're going off.
Hey, Marcus gonna say so. He's
Just because
talk about the South has a lot of good stuff,
yeah, that the North brought down there.
Yeah, like hold on.
Candy paint.
I always thought the South was like 2-3 years behind the North, and that's
Exactly. That's very true.
They got candy paint down there. They got
I feel like everybody dressed like Young Dro. I don't know.
right. They got spinning rims.
That's Atlanta.
I just feel like everybody in the South dressed like Young Dro. Everybody in the South.
Look, they got spinning rims.
Spinning rims. Oh, come on.
Spinning rims.
Come on.
Yeah, are you in?
I really like it. I'm not gonna lie. You will find a lot of fly guys out here, but I think the South's problem compared to the North when it comes to fashion is that the South tries to just be designer. Not even knowing how to put it together. It's just designer. I got on Gucci this, Louis that. When I was growing up, you would not dare wear Prada with True Religion.
Right.
Because it was label clashing.
For sure.
You would be like, yeah, no, we don't do that. I can't. I have to have the Louis belt with the Louis, and the granted style has progressed since then. But in Atlanta, they do it overboard. People will wear a Louis belt with the Gucci shirt, and it can look tasteful now.
But we've talked about that before, TK. I feel like it's more of a generational thing than it is an actual region or whatnot. Because I feel like younger people or the present day that we live in, you'll see somebody wearing, as we talk about, some Nikes with a Reebok and an Adidas fit, and you'll be like, "What are you doing right now? What are you doing?"
You know what you had to start looking at, or I guess what the younger generation looks at, is what it looks like as a whole. Like we used to be so like labels. The South is just getting on to like the head. No, because I live in the South, so I can't never play. I've been here for the last almost 10 years, so I can't play it like I don't love it, and they haven't influenced my fashion sense in some way. But it literally is a lot of, especially a lot of the men. Designer. I'm gonna wear this shirt with this, and this, that, and you'd be like, none of that goes together at all. You're very right now.
They still wearing tall white
polka dot stripes and diamonds. Like what?
Right.
That was the gas station.
Like in 2009.
Dude, stop.
It don't.
What year are you in?
They still.
I be like, I don't know if this is old. I can't tell. I don't know what this is. Yeah, but it's definitely different for sure.
That's a fact. Most definitely. I want to get into it. Most definitely, TK, about so what people may not know, if y'all ain't figured it out now, TK is a part of Funarios, which is a comedy skit crew. you know, with Lonnie and
No,
and
I'm a TK's a part of ATL verse. Funarios is funarios. That's Lonnie.
okay.
That's Lonnie shit.
Okay, all right. Well, y'all do a lot of shit together.
We do. You're right. We do. We do.
So TK, how did you actually get into you know, doing different skits and getting on YouTube and putting out some really dope content, you know, first and foremost?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I used to be on Vine heavy.
Okay.
So like Vine was where it started for me as far as social media.
Okay.
Skits. But I've had this complex, recently got over it of I ain't doing too much for social media. Like that was always my thing. Like, so I would like love it. I see people doing skits and I'd be like, yeah, but they're doing a lot. Like I never wanted to do a lot, not understanding the actual essence or game behind it. So a lot of my videos are just me talking crap. My earlier videos is like me like, did you ever think about is stuff like that. If you look at my older Instagram videos, it's things like that. Lonnie and I had a mutual friend. He went to Morehouse. I went to Clark, Atlanta. So we had a mutual friend. We both in the ABC. And it's so funny because when we talk about it, we had so many people that were so close to us that we just always missed each other. For years, we just always missed each other. But he hit up one of our mutual friends that was also, at the time, Funarios was going to be a group. So this was back in like 2014-ish. So his friend, he had a mutual friend hit me up. I came over, I did skits, and we hit it up from day one. It literally was like, he was like, yeah, I like your humor, like you're really funny, you're blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, cool. He's like, I live in Atlanta, I do skits and stuff. You should like, you know, basically mess with me or whatever. I was like, sure. Since day one, me and him hit it off. I was like, dog, you funny. He was like, yo, you're funny. And I was like, yeah, we got to keep working together. And we kept working together. Then I got pregnant. So then there was that. And that was a whole situation in itself. So I scaled back a little bit, but he kept going. So are you coming to interrupt?
Crashing the interview. Hey guys.
What up?
Oh, Lonnie.
Lonnie, what up, bro?
I'm bad about you. Get out.
Everybody good?
What up, bro?
They're looking nice and combed out.
Yeah,
Looking
you
cool.
know, a little bit.
Please.
Y'all see the waves, get the waves.
Don't, okay, yeah.
You got the Milwaukee drip.
Don't hide.
You dipping.
We were just talking about Milwaukee drip. She said nobody from Milwaukee got drip. Well, you never hear nobody say that.
I mean, but that's the dude that wears the Adidas track jacket every video, right?
Hey, that is the drip.
First of all,
the
it's
ladies like that drip.
it's the track pants, okay?
The track pants.
But we just love the pants.
Do
That's
they
all that matters. Long as my bitches love me, you know. Long as this bitches love me, that's what matters. So y'all ain't about the, you feel me? But no, I just that
I
was
just needed to confirm, you know.
It lasted me like 5 days.
No, I wasn't saying it, but I was like, watch this.
Oh, I felt like you were judging me. Okay, I like wine, guys. Sorry.
All good.
Yeah, so like when we started out, he hit me up. When I came over there, it was like instant like chemistry from day one. So like we just hit it off. We would always make skits. Then I got pregnant, so I kind of stopped because like life. And I just was like, no. Then I started back filming my own videos with myself by myself. So you can find them on my Instagram. Some of them on my YouTube, but a lot of them are on my Instagram where I used to make them 15-second videos where I'd be dancing and doing all that stuff. Then he and I reconciled. We started making videos again, but I was insecure about my weight and how my face looked after having a baby. And I was like, I don't know if I can do all of this. But then it's almost a year and a half at this point. But about a year and a half ago, he basically hit me up and he was like, yeah, I feel like if you and I are consistent, we can make this shit pop. Like we can literally take off. So let's just take off and just be consistent. And that's how we got here. And I was just like, all right, I can do that. Let's just do it. Like, let's go crazy. So
yeah. When did you actually start the channel? How long has it been now?
November. Well, my actual YouTube channel, I started in 2009.
Okay.
When I got serious about it, I had 63 subscribers as of November 2019.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's when I decided to take it serious.
Okay.
Lonnie and Jamal were in my damn ear, like, you have to take this serious. You need this where you get money from. This where you get money from.
Yeah.
This is how you. And I'm like, Instagram. No, I don't want to do all of that. I'm a Taurus. I'm hella stubborn. So it took me a while to like get certain things. So I was like, I can't focus on two of it. Like, so stop focusing on Instagram. Focus on YouTube. I promise you, put the work in, get monetized, you'll get paid.
Yeah.
I was like, fine. And I did it and it works. Like, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, y'all was right. No, y'all like me. Y'all really like me. So it's definitely an adjustment. But in that, I've always been a great writer. It's just not something I've been confident in.
Mm-hmm.
They have seen scripts of mine and be like, wow, I didn't know you were this good. Like directing has always never been something that I was amazing at, but something I knew about. They're like, yeah, you're pretty good. So YouTube has opened up more than what I thought I was going to get into.
Yeah.
I'm just an actress. That's what I love to do. That's what my passion is. But they're like, yeah, but you can also, I edit my own stuff too. So they're like, you can edit already. You can write what? And you can direct? Girl, if you don't stop playing and get these people what they want. Now it's about just continuing up with the consistency of being a single mom, of like holding things down and just life in general. That is the biggest part for me. So it's I won't say it's been a long journey. It's still a long journey. But thus far, it has been long. But I think it's very rewarding. Super rewarding.
And that's really dope because I didn't even know that you was a single mom. On top of that, I thought that you was just throwing that content out there, just living your best life.
No. No. I'll never even name I ain't got no baby daddy. I'm the Virgin Mary.
Yep.
I ain't never even had sex with nobody. My child was weird. God, I stored laid him on my step. That's how that happened. That's
So-
exactly how that happened.
So
There's
then-
a lot of things that are just like difficult with just trying to remain consistent.
yeah.
But like having a team, like the people that I'm around, really help.
Yeah.
Just being like, okay, I can do this because it takes a village. That is the realest thing ever. I'm Caribbean, so I already believe in that. But it really does take a village to raise a child and just to have things, to keep things afloat. And that's where I'm at right now. It's just like, life. All right, let's just keep creating. Let's keep creating because life. So yeah.
So like, so up to date? What is your most favorite series that you have put together or skit that you have done?
Okay. So
like you did yourself, like you wrote yourself.
So anything on my page that I've actually written, directed, acted, and all that stuff. I would have to say it's gonna be between the We Ain't Shit with me and Tiffany. That's like one of my favorites. It's really funny to me. Like it's just because it's really what guys be doing. The basis behind it is guys do this. My dad is really what the inspiration is. He'll see this interview and be tired. He gonna be mad. Love you, Dad. But it just be like when a dude doing something wrong and he just made the girl feel like she wrong about him doing something wrong or he getting caught up. So We Ain't Shit is definitely one of my favorites. And then Would You Rather? So like Would You Rather is a series about, have y'all ever seen those series in TV shows and movies where people be like, I wish I was never born. And then an angel pops up and then it kind of like showed on their life if they were never born.
Right.
It came to me in the, I think I wasn't dreaming. I think it started coming to me in a dream and I was just sitting there and I was like, oh, it clicks. It makes sense now. And I just like the idea of showing people like alternate sides to things.
Yeah.
Like you can take one idea and spin it 4 different ways and it can be completely different. So that was the inspiration behind that. So like the Wayans brothers, that was the show that I saw that on. I wish it wasn't here. And then it was a whole series of him acting, seeing what life would be like if he wasn't alive. So I was like, why not come up with different scenarios to think of Would You Rather and make that a thing? And I love it. So those are definitely my favorite too. And then it's about to be this ATL verse one that I recently wrote. But I'm only up to the 3rd episode of it. So I gotta see, how it all flows. But so far, that would be that's up there too.
Okay. Dope. And what about as a collaboration that you've done with everybody else or anybody else?
Mora always Jamal puts me in these like roasting skits where I'm roasting him. So all of those are like my faves. They're really fun because I don't get to just roast people off the whim anymore. So like that's really fun. With Lonnie, I don't know. It's got to be between my annoying girlfriend and Big Dick Energy. Because the second one that we filmed was just the funniest thing it's when he took the pill and he was acting really like crazy.
Yeah.
And that it took us so long to film that because I could not stop laughing. So I think I feel more connected to that because of the behind the scenes of it. But no, that's definitely my top two. But my annoying girlfriend is hilarious because that was all improv and I didn't know what was coming out of my mouth.
Okay.
And I was just like, damn, I don't act like that in real life, but people gonna think I do. So I guess that works. What? Huh? Oh, I thought she was talking shit. Lonnie over there. Oh, you talking crap?
I told Lonnie. I think I told you too. My favorite one is. I told you was when y'all had the series and you had your sister on.
Oh, the when she meet the New York fam.
Yeah.
It's so fun. The comments in that are hilarious. I was like, I thought that was TK until I saw them in the same scene.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, no, she's a completely different person. Yeah, no, that's. I wish we could have continued it in a different way, but we're gonna bring that back. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna bring it back.
That one was hilarious, man. BX, I know you got something, man. You itching.
No, I'm not itching. I'm just listening. I thought Q might have something to say, you know?
Okay, I mean it's snack time since he about to ask questions.
I'm here, y'all got me.
I was gonna ask, when you put your series and whatnot together, do you literally develop it all, or does like each episode kind of manifest the next one? Or
each episode manifests the next one.
Okay.
However, I'm trying to get to a place where I write it all.
Mm-hmm.
I think my biggest problem is that I'm an overthinker. So like I will like write something and I'm like, it's not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Not putting this out. And they'll be like, put it out. Stop doing it. No. Like I'm not doing this because I don't know too. But when I just manifested and I put one episode out,
mm-hmm.
I'm able to look at that episode, look at the feedback, even sometimes in the comments, and I'll give people credit too. Sometimes in the comments, people will tell me what they want to see next, and I can't follow everybody's advice, but there'll be one or two things that I'll be like, that's a good ass idea. Cool, like like I can actually do X, Y, and Z with this, but I'm trying to get to a place where I can just write them all out because it will make my life so much easier.
Yeah.
My brain is not there yet. Like, so I have to write one when I have the idea. And then after I'm filming the idea, I usually get the next idea for the next episode. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But in great film writing and skit writing series comes with is just the experience of understanding how to do things and what works best for you.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's what's up, though.
Oh. What you got, BX?
I was just gonna ask a simple question for the first one. When did you realize that you were funny and you wanted to take the stuff from Vine to YouTube? Because a lot of people, they're funny within their families and stuff like that, but when you go to another audience, you find out that you're not really as hilarious.
People don't take you the same way. Yeah.
So, like, how did you make that transition?
Well, I've always been told that I'm an amazing storyteller. People will laugh. People have laughed at me, but the whole "you're funny," like I didn't. Like people, they'll talk about me like that, but they don't talk to me like that. If that made sense for a long time. But the whole Mora, stop playing with me. Jamal over there being rude. I don't interrupt his interviews. Anyway, but the whole me being funny is when I used to get myself out of trouble because I would crack jokes. Like I make my mom, my father, or it was really my dad because he used to give out the ass whoopings. But go ahead, stick your head in the damn thing. Everybody want a photo bomb. My shit, you feel
I'm
me?
surprised he's not wearing.
Hey, do we got a shirt on? Do we got one of his shirts on right now?
No, for the first time in life. He said he got one of his shirts on. For the first time
I
in
thought he was
life.
gonna be wearing a crew neck sweater on.
He does not. I told him it was too hot, so he wouldn't make shirts. But I used to make once I made my dad laugh, then he would be like, all right, let me just tell you why you did so and so. Oh God. I love her, yeah. Did y'all see that? That was love. That's good. Where y'all got that from? That's great. I'm so sorry. They interrupted me. Can't stop talking to me.
You can't have a whole slice? Like, what we doing?
No, because I'm about to make myself something different. I ain't trying to mess with my appetite.
Okay.
I got some steak. No, but
You fine.
But once I started getting out of trouble with it, I was like, oh, first I used it manipulatively, and it was like, oh, this is what I have to do to not get in trouble. Cool. So I started using it at school, and it would work. And then I got older, and I just used to get annoyed really fast. So that like laughing and stuff became, I felt like I was kissing ass. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. So I went through a phase of just people thought I could tell stories well, but not, I ain't really joke a lot, if that made sense, because I was going through a lot personally. My father has had me acting since I was a little girl. I used to be on Disney Channel. I used to be one of them kids that held the letters, me and my sisters. That helped, but it wasn't something I wanted to do. But he just said he's always realized that I was good at it. Then I got older and I was like, yeah, I think I might like this a little bit. But I think I just wanted to be in control of it. So that was probably, I never wanted to miss school to go on an audition. I never wanted to miss school to be on a TV show. Like that did not matter to me as an 8-year-old. But when I got older, I was like, oh, okay, I actually do have a talent for this. Wow, I can remember lines in like less than an hour. That's what's up. Wow, that might be a thing. Okay. So then I tried it more and more, and I fell in love with theater first because New York is more theater based. Well, used to be more theater based than LA is. And then I started falling in love with film in college. Clark Atlanta is what changed that for me. Vine was just Vine. I just used to talk crap, and I enjoyed just talking crap about situations that went on in the world. And the more I developed, I was like, yeah, I don't really like this as much, because I would have to stop and be like, yeah, I said this word wrong. My bachelor's degree is in speech, so I'm like, yeah, no, I'm stuttered. I don't like that. So then I started wanting to be a perfectionist. So then I just started sticking to like the art of it, which is like the acting, the being different characters and stuff like that, and telling stories. So yeah, college.
What do you think is the most difficult part of being a content creator? Because I am not a content creator. You know, these 3 people next to me are content creators.
You're honest. You a content creator. What are you talking about?
I'm the research guy. That's what I'm here.
But you're here.
But,
I told you he a prop.
But you're here. You know.
What's the most difficult part of being a content creator?
Consistency. That's the most difficult part.
And that's all with the algorithms and things like that, correct?
Mine should be good, but I'd be like, yeah, nah, this thing that happened to me today, so I feel sad, and I don't feel inspired, and I don't want to do this because I just found out my great grandmother passed away, or I just found out something bad happened to me in life, and that I guess that probably is like my most difficult, or my biggest obstacle is just pushing past things I go through in life. I'd be good. Then once I get to a mood, I'll be like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I don't want to do this no more. I'm all right. So consistency is the hardest part. There are people, and what I realized, and it like Lonnie and Jamal really put me onto this, is just they show me people with far less talent that have way more subscribers. People who with far less talent are booming.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see how much they post and how much they do stuff, it's the consistency.
Yeah.
Like, have y'all ever seen the movie? What is it? Acrimony.
Yes.
They curved that dude for forever off his convention, so much that Taraji ain't believe in him no more.
Right.
Once she stepped back, but that was like over what 10, 15 years later.
Mm-hmm.
He was annoying them, and because they wanted him to go away, they looked at his stuff and they was like, "Wow, this is the best thing I've ever seen."
Yep.
Like, so like just being a creative just in general, or a content creator, is just, there'd be a million no's, but it only takes one yes to change your life.
That's a fact.
So like it's just consistency.
You're right, because I had like a couple months ago I was doing sneaker reviews, and then one video wouldn't upload. And I'm like, man, forget this, I'm done. And I haven't done a video since then. So that's
why it's important to have a team. I'd be like, yo, they can already feel it. They're like, nah, G, stop. You doing that dumb shit. Stop it. Don't do that. Go ahead and upload the video. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm over it. I'm going to try again in the morning. They be like, no, you're going to try again tonight. I'd be like, but it's past the time. Yeah, you're going to do it now. So
I want to ask you another question.
No, that's actually a good point, though. The team component. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I find myself being very inconsistent. But I recall my days of when I used to rap,
Yeah.
and like when I was at my best, it was when I was with a group of people, and they pushed me. I was recording, I was writing every single day, I was recording every single week. You know what I'm saying? They pushed me in a way that I'd never worked before, like having all of these gifts, but never really consistent with it. So
And I be having a complex with when I be like, I'm so used to doing everything by myself and on my own.
Mhm.
So part of me is like, I know that y'all might have my best interest in heart, but it's just really hard for me to accept
Mhm.
the help because I don't want nobody to feel like I'm using them. I don't want nobody to feel like I need, like it's a me thing. It's like a childhood something,
Mhm.
childhood traumas that I haven't unpacked yet. But it really be one of those things where you just gotta like stay. Oh, you ain't giving me this whole thing. No, I only want this little piece. Mora is my makeup artist. He's my PA for the day. That rest of this home. Thank you. It's perfect. Hey, great. All right.
Hey, no, you know what? That reminds me. The Brandy versus Monica, yo. I think that actually, you know what? For your own piece of work, I think that actually tops anything I've ever seen you do. That Brandy versus Monica skit you did.
Crazy.
Yo. Y'all murk. You gotta
look at that.
You gotta watch it.
I wasn't about to put that out.
I gotta go look,
See?
I gotta go look at that.
Wasn't about to go
See,
out.
and them be the best ones, the ones that you be like, yeah, I wasn't even about to put that one out. Them be the best ones. That be your best content every
That wasn't about
time.
to go out. I was annoyed.
I gotta see that.
I was annoyed. Y'all wasn't about to go out at all. I was like, yeah, it's late.
Hey,
Too
Q, hey, they killed it. What made it even more funny is TK had the braids on top of that. That's all I was like, nigga, she killed this.
Wait, did you have a turtleneck on?
I did. I had a little
I'm telling you, the
white
fit,
sandals.
the fit, everything. Yo, I'm telling you.
Come on.
The stars was in alignment because I'm like, yo, did TK really just go get did she just go get them joints done just to do this skit? It was
my hair has
in
been
alignment.
like this. It
That's
was
what
like
I'm
this.
saying.
That's what I wanted to. It's been like that.
Stars was in alignment for
And
that.
Tiffany happened to have a bob, and I was like, "You about to be Monica?"
Yo, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, no, it turned out better than I anticipated, but I was not about to do that.
Alignment.
I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm over it. Fuck it, it's cool."
And that leads into my next question is like, has there ever been a time where you put a skit together, it's like, man, this joint's gonna be a banger, and then it doesn't hit like the way you want it to hit, and then
everything I've ever
and then vice versa, where it was like, I don't know about this one, but then it becomes a banger.
Specifically, anything that I've posted like earlier on has been, hello, friend. Welcome to the party.
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt nobody.
Anything that I posted earlier in my earlier days, those were all skits that I was excited about, but I ain't had like the following or know how to market it per se. So anything that I've done before, like 2016, has been by myself. Has been one of those things where I was excited about and it just didn't do how I needed it to do, but now it's doing great, if that makes sense, because they're like old videos. However, I used to come to Lonnie with these ideas, these random ideas, like we did this skit, How New York Chicks Foreplay, and it was like I put the Tims up on the and so I would just come to him with skits that not even know if they're gonna do good or not, but those are the ones that usually want to do them viral. So it really that little cliche thing, the things you don't think are gonna do good usually do the best. Things you think are gonna do the best do mediocre or not as good as you think they're gonna do. That's definitely a true thing for me.
Okay.
I agree there.
So where do you see an ATL verse in like the next 5 to 10 years? Where would you like to?
5. That's a long time. I say
6 months.
2 years.
6 months on 5. Okay. No. I think everybody is like leaning into like just creating like more premium content. So whether that's short films, whether that's like seasonal type shows, whether that is all of our channels intertwining with one skit, either whatever that is. It is us just really just focusing on producing premium content and being like an airtight clique. I've been putting meetups in everybody's ear. Now we need to do meetups, but with COVID, I was like, we gotta wait until to see how the world can be, to see what you can do in different cities. That does affect stuff. So like that's what people want to see people. People like to reach out and touch you. So I think that we need to go on a tour.
You don't want anybody touching you with COVID.
Yeah, but I mean, but no, I don't say it can't happen. It's just you just got to go about it a different way. Yeah. You got to know what places are open, when they're open from. You can't do everything at the same time in every city. So like it's just about having everything like detailed out and planned out.
Yeah, if y'all was able to intertwine like y'all dopest series that y'all did and mix them together on some Avengers type, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy to see something like, and obviously people that would intertwine other people's audience too. I think that would be dope.
Hey, look, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. That's why you got to stay tuned.
Yeah.
I can't tell you because then you won't watch. So
right. But when Lonnie was on, he was talking about some of them West Coast dudes. He was like, man, we do stuff way better than them. Why are we out here? And that's when.
And you know what's crazy? I ain't lived in LA with them West Coast dudes. I don't know shit about that. I don't know what happened out there. I stayed in Atlanta when they was bi-coastal. I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. I get when I'm out there, it's love. So I don't have, I wasn't there to see the behind the scenes shit of like shit that's going on. So for me, it's really if we could collab and make shit into one, cool with them, cool. But I'm more so focused on what the fuck we got going on in Atlanta. That might be the Brooklyn in me. I just care about what I got going on. I'd be like, yeah, the team good.
I hope you ain't
all right. That's what's up.
That definitely sounds like some New York shit.
Yeah. I don't be, and it's really no shade to nobody else, but like I don't be knowing a lot of big people that are in my field. And it's probably something that something I'm getting better with, something I'm trying to learn more of, because in order to know your craft, you have to like study other people. So I get that. But it's just not something that I'm like there with life and trying to create my own content and being in my teams and listening to their ideas and giving them feedback and them giving me. I ain't got time to think about nobody in a different city that I'm not filming with constantly. Like, it's just
that lets you know you're in such a rich market. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to having so many people there that that you link up with or do what you do, or that you can be kind of tapped into, that you don't even find yourself needing to know who's out there.
Yeah, no, there's some fire talent out there though. Don't get me wrong. Like they're phenomenal. It's just as far as me like really knowing what went on. They live there, so I don't know. Like I just thought I was like, oh, that's what happened. Damn, that's crazy. Like that's what's up. Like it's more so. It's just it's good knowledge to know, but I think that you're always supposed to think that you're the best. So I'm always gonna think that I'm the best. I'm always gonna think that we the best. Right? Just like they gonna say that they better than us. Like I'm always like if you don't fuck with you, who gonna fuck with you? So like I always think that we always gonna be the best. But it's not a no. Y'all are terrible.
Right?
Y'all fired too. I just don't. And I can't focus on that because I'm focusing on being the best.
Right.
So that's more so my take on it.
Right.
For sure.
Hey, y'all got some good questions. Wait a minute now.
Yeah. Watch out now.
I got some good ones.
I just realized we got Brooklyn, Bronx, and Queens and on one show. This is ridiculous.
I ain't gonna lie. When you said the Bronx, I was like, who the Bronx?
No, I ain't gonna hold you. I was about to say who Queens.
Don't do that.
I forgot
exactly.
My bad. I was like, who that? Not me.
The Bronx is our prop. I told y'all that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's why I'm here.
Don't do that.
So I gotta always come for him. It's okay. You're the Staten Island of New York. It's okay.
It's all love.
I can't wait till COVID over so I can head back to New York. New York is an annual.
I'm going there this weekend. You ain't got. I gotta get my son.
Okay, Bronx gonna get a better reputation one day.
Yeah, what's your shirt say?
You trying to show us your shirt? What you doing?
We have issues. There we go.
I don't think she's trying to show us her shirt.
Yeah, I saw the
Right
moon.
here.
I didn't know if she was trying to show it or not.
She having
So you have any more skits that's about to come out that we should look forward to?
Yes. So a lot of my skits have a lot of the ones that have like part 1. I'm dropping a part 2. So ATL Verse has a part 2 that I just wrote that's about to come out. I have one with Lonnie when he's tied to the bed. Let's get it on. So part 3 that is going to come out.
So when you was knocked out,
Jamal and I started a skit probably like a month or so ago called "Nice to Meet You." It was all my different personalities. So it's just
I just saw that one. Yeah,
it's the logistics behind the next one that I want to do that's preventing that from coming out. It's written. I just can't film it because I need certain things. So I'm trying to work that out to film that one. And then I recently introduced a new character, Rhonda Righteous, which my grandfather gave to me. My grandfather is a writer. So he writes a whole bunch of scripts and he just sits on them, but they're golden. Okay. Let me tell you. So he watched a few of my, some of my work and he was like, I have this character for you. Came up with this character and I was like, yeah, I like this. I'm going to develop this. So she's an old woman and I decided to integrate her with Pops, who's Jay's character. So they have a series that's coming out that I'm in the middle of writing. So I have a few things that I have coming out. I go get my child this week. We're back in mommy mode. So I'm definitely going to get back into vlogging with my son because the people love my kid. Okay. It's a completely different thing. So just as a different element, as far as my skits, people like to see me with my child. So that's also something I have in the works.
You doing the whole virtual schooling thing?
He's 3, so no. No, we're not. He's either going to be in a daycare. So daycares are different now. They don't allow as many students and things like that. I have to take him to the doctor. But they just, I really don't understand how that works specifically. And it's not that I don't take COVID serious because I do. This place is just really close to my house. They're like Black owned. It's a mama and her 4 daughters. It just makes me feel very comfortable as far as like being close to my child and him getting curriculum. And even if he's not actively going or physically in the school, they have a curriculum that they're going to give him. So he just has to be learning. He's 3. When I was 3, I knew things that he don't know right now, and it makes me nervous. So I'm like, yeah, we got to get this together, like now. So we got to get this right.
Dope. Hey, well, so we got anything else for TK before we let her go, man? Because I just told her 45 minutes.
I ain't even looking at the time. I don't even know how to look at oh, okay, I guess. We done been kicking and having a good time.
No. I ran out of my 5-question minimum that they gave me.
Was that 5? I thought it was 3. But okay. She said.
But no, she answered all my questions. It's pretty good.
Hey.
I like your videos though. I showed them to my wife and
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better. These are the back end are talents I didn't know I had. So it's me being confident and producing it. Acting is cool. That doesn't bother me. It's just I wrote this, I directed this. This is a baby of mine. So I'm like nervous. Hopefully people take it well. So that's like my biggest thing.
Dope.
Being nervous or confident enough to just produce, just drop it. Just drop it. They gonna like it or they not. But I'd be like, well, what if they don't like it? So try to grow out of that.
Hey, well, most definitely, TK. I want to personally say I appreciate you, supporting the brand, showing us love. You make some really dope content. If it's where you wrote it yourself and you do it dolo, or if you do it with the crew. I really appreciate it, and I love what you guys do. Most definitely, you are hilarious.
Thank you.
You are hilarious, for real. So most definitely, I appreciate you coming through tonight. If you guys have not checked out our YouTube channel, make sure you guys check out our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys check out her Instagram. I did put it in the comment section, but once again, it's TK_31 if I'm not mistaken, right?
With 2 Y's. Yep.
With 2 Y's, yes, with 2 Y's. So make sure you guys. I mean, y'all see her. Y'all see her name. Y'all see her name _31. Get it right. Right.
You're
Get
right.
it right.
Actually, yeah, it's right there.
I did follow and sub up. So
Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys check her out on Instagram. Once again, you guys can see her content on both sides, but most definitely you want
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, did something happen? Did he
Not
freeze?
mine. That's not mine. That's his.
I think he fell into the
Oh, he
sunken
froze.
place.
Oh, okay, okay.
to. Am I good?
He fell
there
into
you
the
go.
sunken
Lee,
place.
you
All right,
back.
you good now.
Good.
Yep.
All right, well, make sure you guys check her out, man. We having some funny weather right about now, so it is what it is.
It's like the Nelly versus battle.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
It's hurricane season, David. I don't know about that.
We
Nelly
start our rain back tomorrow. I ain't gonna talk crap yet because our rain back tomorrow. I ain't even gonna lie.
So, but nah, for real, I appreciate you coming through tonight. I ain't want to
I
keep.
thank y'all for having me.
So most definitely. Oh yeah, I think. We'll talk off camera. I got you.
All right, bet. Yo, look, y'all send me all of these links so I can send them to people. My mama loves to watch this kind of stuff. Okay,
I got you.
Like, that's my baby. My grandmother, she has dementia, so like she loves to see me on screen. She thinks I am so famous. In her mind, I'm working with Tyler Perry, and I'd be like, "Girl, I'm just creating skits on YouTube. It's okay." But it makes me emotional because she'd be really excited about this kind of stuff too. So definitely, please send me this stuff so I can send it to the fan band. You know.
I got you for sure, TK. I appreciate you coming through tonight, man.
I appreciate you. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
All right. So once again, that was TK. Make sure you guys check her out. Once again, it's TK_31 on Instagram, and then our YouTube is also the same thing. And then once again, for the second half, we got Miss 313 up there.
You kind of forgot for a second.
Nah, Miss Ponytail. That's cute. That's cute and 313. You ain't not a never seen a silkier ponytail ever. That's a Michigan. That's that Michigan thing right there. Look at it. Look at it.
Oh no. Name Slick Mac.
I was looking at 313 latest video. Make sure y'all check that out. And she was in the store. She was in the store slanging that ponytail. Like, what you say?
My son was trying to record, and I be having to try to tell him what to do, because it ain't important unless it's his channel. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's all that matters. His channel to him. You can't record me right though, but when I need to do, you be like, "Mom, take this picture." Kids they suck.
Hey, but y'all know what it is, man. She already said it earlier. 313 is 1/4, 1/3,
1/4.
1/4 of the
that mean PM still there.
I didn't know that was coming.
1/4 of the crew, man, for Who Has the Heat. And they are about to start season 5 this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep, this Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So let's get into it. This season, y'all will be not on your channel, but you guys will have your own YouTube channel for it, right?
Yeah, Who Has the Heat has his own YouTube channel. I know it's kind of hard to get through it because of all the actual videos, name Who Has the Heat that pop up before it. But yeah, there is. We have the channel Who Has the Heat, the IG page, and soon the website will be coming up for that. So
okay,
yeah, we got all that. It's a whole vibe. It's taking on his own thing right now. So
right.
Yeah, no, that's what we got.
Okay. And so this season 5, what's different about this season compared to the other seasons? Y'all got something new, or is it the same?
Yeah, it's basically the same. The biggest change we have right now is the voting. So I don't know if you checked out the last video. Last week we were on Sunday. Sunday. Yeah, I don't even know what day it is, but that's what it is. Sunday we were on, and so what we'll do is we'll drop a link in the chat. You click on that link and it'll take you to a site and you can put in your vote. So you won't, you know what I'm saying? Like you will be able to go to, that's why we're going to control all that double, triple, quadruple vote and stuff. And, it'll take, it'll take a lot less time. It figures everything up for us. It gives us the percentage, the number of people. It doesn't say who voted what. So, we're not sitting there counting and, all that stuff. So we our game a little bit with that. That was the biggest thing we wanted to fix was the voting part of that.
Okay.
And it's one of the most important things. And then some people may not vote because they ghost watching and they don't want you to know they watching, but they want to vote. So, we get a lot of people watching, but people don't want to participate. I don't know if it's your friends or, you like, oh, that shoe ain't that hot, but I ain't going to vote on my friend's shoe because I really want to vote for that shoe and they might see me. Mm-hmm. The thing is, but yeah, that's going to be the biggest thing. The voting thing is going to be huge. That's one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to. Voting being upgraded.
That's great. That's a fantastic idea. I'm happy. I hope that now you guys haven't used it before, so hopefully it will be smooth. But I think it's a good start. So
yeah, they
Sunday, but
yeah, they did a test run on Sunday, and I voted, and I tried to go back and double vote, and it wouldn't let me double vote.
That's good.
They told me you had already voted for this survey and wouldn't let me vote.
That was about to be my next question too.
BX,
that was
were you on your phone or your computer?
Was that?
Were you on your phone or your computer?
I was on my computer.
Okay. I see it being a lot easier on the computer because you could just open like another tab. But like on the phone, I guess it opens another. I guess if you're in your YouTube app, it would open what, Safari?
Yeah, I didn't. It won't even. When I was on my phone doing it, it won't let you go back and vote again once you vote. So,
but if you are on your phone, that's how it is though. Like it opens up a Safari.
I guess so. I think that's what mine automatically opened.
Okay.
But that's
open to.
You'll get
that's the iPhone.
If you got an iPhone, you don't get Safari.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can put your Google Chrome on there though. So.
Right, Google Chrome it'll be if it's Android.
But no, it should work either way.
I have Android, so I don't know.
Safari or Google.
Yeah, it's on there. Yeah, when I went in there, I don't know what it uses, if it's going off your IP address or whatever. But I wasn't able to double vote. So
that's the most important thing though. You can't double vote. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They asked.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you're eating on. That's what you're eating.
I'm like, what happened? I'm reading the bag like.
Yeah. I'm like,
no, they asked what I was eating, so I just threw it up there.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what it was too. I'm like, is that ranch? Okay. I was like, is that a chip covered? So that's why I started getting close to the screen. I'm like, I can.
So 313, real quick question. Like, who came up with the concept of who has the heat, and how did you get involved in
it? We were talking about it. Well, who was that? It was me and E and PM, and we were talking about it, and we were like, oh, we want to do we were just talking about doing just like a single battle at first, we want to do something, get online. So he came to me and PM and he was like, hey, y'all want to do this thing? And we just came up with concepts together. And I don't know if you watched, but from season 1 to now, we've just added things and changed things. And it's just kind of a collective now with McFly and all that. It was just because even with the voting, we were like, we know we want to change it, but what do we want to change it to?
Right.
So everybody researched their thing, come back. We'll have meetings. It's like a whole thing now. It's like, whoa, it took over.
You were there in season 1 then.
Yeah, I was there. I started with the beginning.
Yeah, so PM is an original member.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Y'all gonna leave PM alone. He young. We gonna chalk it up to young.
That's why he's still there, because he been there.
Yeah,
that's my excuse for y'all. I'm like, that's the only reason y'all keeping him, because he was there.
Yeah, y'all this shit on my phone.
So just describe to me the difference. How do you explain the growth from season 1 to now? We have 16 participants. it must be a lot for you guys to like control.
The hardest part to really deal with is like when we come out and we set a schedule and then people look at the dates, whether it's work or kids or whatever, and we have to switch it around and find something to do, you know, to fix that in and see if somebody else can fill in for them, and then the date changes. But as far as like we even test with that. Like when we first started out, it was just like, oh, what weekend you want to go on type of deal. You know, it wasn't anything as controlled and precise as we like it's gotten. It's like super organized and all that. Before it was just kind of a chill flow thing. You know what I'm saying? Like have some fun. I mean, it's still let's have fun, but at the same time, it's turning into what seemed like almost like a little mini business. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about
that's just what it is. We set the schedule, and then if anybody needs to change something, we're more than flexible because I mean, like you said, life happens,
Right.
So
what about so this being season 5, did you ever see it getting this far? Like, getting to 5 seasons later, and on top of that, y'all just did the championship, so basically technically it's 6. This would be 6. Right?
No, I didn't. I kind of just thought we was gonna do this one type of deal, like I've never seen it like people do seasons of battles.
Yeah.
I've been on battles before, and then be like, you do the whole little, you go through the motions of everybody doing their battles, and then it is. But then, that's it. And you're like, oh, we got a winner. And then, that's it. But then we're like, okay, well, let's keep this going and let's do a tournament of champions kind of deal. Like, bring the people back, and, people like watching it. So we're like, okay, I mean, I never thought we'd keep going. And then like when you see in the chat and people like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be on season 10. I'm like, wait, bro. Wait, whoa, wait.
Hey, I said that was me. That was me
you?
that said that.
That was you being ignorant. All right.
That was me that said
all right. I got you. I'm like, dang, in a minute we're gonna have to get on like TV or something. Like we're gonna have to get a broadcast and some more stuff.
But it makes a difference when the community
Patreon popping.
It makes a I don't even know what was I about to say. Feet fucked me up. Oh yeah. Shit. Okay, just keep going.
Hey, so YQ get it right. Hey, hey, 303. So what I like about what y'all do is that y'all incorporate females into each season, and it seems like y'all get more females every season. Because most definitely we don't see a lot of females in the sneaker community or just female sneakerheads on YouTube. Period. I'm just talking about for YouTube. It's a different story for Instagram. And it's still even for Instagram, like you see them, but you don't see them. Right. And on YouTube, it's an endangered species. But I like that you guys are able to incorporate as the seasons go on more females. And y'all don't do it like, oh well, if we got these females, maybe it should be female versus female. It's like, nah, like everybody.
Yeah, I'm totally against that. Like,
right.
I feel like, people would be like, well, you can't do this because you got smaller feet, so you ain't like you'll ever be able to have this shoe or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but I think the format of having those questions eliminates that. And I know like the show can get Jordan heavy and things like that, but even with that, the questions are the thing that eliminate it to making it to where it's a female versus female, male versus male. I'm like, my thing with that is we got heat too. You know what I'm saying? And we come to battle. So we want to battle the guys and do things like that too. So I just don't feel like, I don't know, I just don't want the show to be sexist. I feel like that's that's a sexist thing to say, okay, we're gonna have a battle. If it's gonna be random, then it need to be random. Yeah. Ain't checking below the belt or below the neck, I guess. Well, some of our dudes, but when so what I'm saying. But what I'm saying. I just feel like where we're in the community and you'll see it said, and I'll even say it, what I'm saying? Like we want the women to be more. We want more equality. So I can't see myself being on a show and then saying, okay, well, the girl gonna go against the girl. We gotta have another girl, and you gotta go through. Just 16 people come in. It's people, they sneakerheads, they like their shoes, they come to battle. Everybody got a fair chance. I mean, it's because I don't see it. I don't know if it's because I grew up with all boys and I be thinking I could fight everybody. So
Yeah.
like,
Hey,
I could go.
All right, Henry.
Hey, so 313 this season, because I don't know a lot of people on this season that y'all had, which is a good thing to be honest with you.
Mhm.
But the only female that I do know is Mickey. I don't know anybody. Are there other females that's on this year? Do you know?
Yeah, we got Sneaker Lady 88 is on this year. I think that's it. Those two.
Oh, okay. I see it right here. Okay.
Yep. I'm looking at my paper over here. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, we got 2 ladies in there.
Is she like Instagram or Instagram based?
Mhm.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She's got Instagram. Yep, she's on Instagram.
Okay. Because it's a lot of people, like I said, that I don't know in here, which is actually cool. Like, and maybe it's just me. Like, y'all may know them or whatever like that. I don't like the No and Fourth Johns and Luke Kane. I don't know these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like some of them I don't. I mean, I didn't until I started, looking at they, wanted to.
Yeah. That's what I did once. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So once I saw the participants, I went and started to see who these people are and what they're bringing to the show, and I did my own little research over here on each contestant.
See, I don't want to do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like I'm swayed. You get what I'm saying? So I rather not look at them on purpose. Like go investigate, and then when I see them battle,
Yeah.
go off of my judgment from that alone. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get swayed looking at people's Instagram, whatever, and be like, oh man, yeah, they got something. They really may not.
Well, I did that entirely for the bracket, just to see what I was going to do with my bracket. That's why I did.
Oh, okay. That's what
you're doing a bracket. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I did.
Yeah.
I just want to be pleasantly surprised.
Right, me too.
I didn't know half the people on that list, so I
don't. There's like 4 or 5 people that I know, and that's it. Like,
yeah.
I just felt like as a panelist, it was kind of important for me to know who.
Well, yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll check this person out and stuff like that. So.
How do y'all on a side note how do y'all actually how do y'all get the entries in, and then how do y'all go about, okay, we're gonna have 16 people, so how do y'all weed out like the 16 people that y'all get in?
So what we try to do is the ones that we put on there, we try to make sure that whoever is coming up, we try not to duplicate from the season before that.
Okay.
Like you're more than welcome if you from season 1 want to jump in again, then you're more than welcome to say, hey, I want to get in. But what we try to do is, since we started the show and the whole purpose was to promote other people, whether they're on IG or Instagram or whatever, just smaller YouTubers or and things like that. The whole point is we're trying to get them out there first, give them a chance, to be in the limelight and get people to know them and hear their names and things like that. So that's what we try to do when we that's what we do when we get the people, because they DM us on the Who Has to Heat DM page. People still can't follow directions and they still like me or somebody else, and we'd be like, oh, okay, all right. But because that way it's harder, if you're not one of those people, like we pay attention to that really closely, because you constantly got people, you don't want to weed anybody out, to forget anybody by mistake, and they think it's personal, when it's like, nah, you just sent it to the wrong place and I got like all these other DMs and I forgot.
Right.
So, but that's what we try to do. We try to, what I'm saying, and it doesn't matter if you're old sneakerhead, new sneakerhead, any of that stuff. If you're a first time person on Who Has the Heat, you're going to end up being over somebody who was already in there, unless we try to put it in. If it comes to a point where, we don't have 16 people, okay, we may look back and be like, okay, so-and-so was on season 2. So we'll go ahead and put them in if we need to, or something like that. But yeah, the focus is to try to have new people so that, everybody can get the spotlight pretty much.
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure y'all had more than 16 people like put in entries this season or whatever. So that's why I was curious about how y'all, how do y'all weed out, like, what I'm saying? This is the 16 people that we going with. Because I'm pretty sure y'all had more than 16 that y'all didn't
Yeah,
choose.
we did.
That season.
Yeah, we actually like are starting. Like people started once we filled up for season 5. People started wanting to put in for season 6.
Okay.
Okay, so we halfway there, huh? All right.
And then you have your contingency for the no shows because you probably have at least 2 no shows.
Yep.
Right.
And that's what another thing we're trying to do. Like if that's another factor. If you were a no show on a show or whatever, then you kind of put on the back burner because it ain't like you was trying to make up for it. And I know things happen, but at the same time,
Y'all got some alternates.
Yeah, if we have some people that need to.
I was just bullshit.
But see, the thing is what we were trying to do was not like to skip a show.
Yeah.
Right. People, if you're looking forward to on a Saturday, it's getting ready to come on. And I mean, like people, like I said, things happen though. You can't control life, so things happen. But if you're on there, but the only problem with that is we find it messes up the brackets.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So that was a big thing with whether we fill in somebody or we just let them go on to the next, because that's what we did 2 seasons ago. I think 2 seasons ago, we just passed the person on, but then a lot of feedback. It was like, well, I don't really know what y'all want us to do. You gonna mess up the brackets or then you just scratch it all together. When like BX, he's into the bracket thing. Some people are into doing that. So with the brackets, that's what make it harder to try to do that.
So does it, I guess it would mess up the brackets after round 1. But if you have a situation at the very last minute, somebody can't do it, I guess that is dope that you guys have alternates that y'all can just sub in real quick. Hey, so-and-so, couldn't do it, but this is the new entry or the alternate for that spot.
Yeah. And that's what we were trying to figure out, because depending upon where that person is in the actual competition, it matters, because you can't put in a new person and the round after them is the championship. It's kind of fair, you know what I'm saying? So right now it's kind of like we have alternates and we were trying to decide that, but like we did it last time, it was like, okay, well maybe we'll just have a show and then we'll do like a what do you call it, the raffle wheel, and whichever one of the panelists it falls on, then that's who you go with and you roll that way. And that because we're not in it, but the chat is still getting a battle. So just a lot of things still be up in the air, even when we do, like when we're going through the show, we still be like, yo, what are we gonna do if this happens? Because we never know something always happen.
Right.
It's happening. And we be sitting there like, well, what the hell we gonna do?
Have you guys came up with something that hasn't happened yet? Like, we think this might just so happen, so let's just be prepared for it?
Nah, because you know what? I got this thing like what I do for work, it's life. So like I'm always like, like there's never a situation. I'm like, never say never. Something always can happen. Yeah. So
I always say like too, something, I don't think anything else could happen like in the season, but then some weird moment happens and it's like, holy crap. Like,
yes. Yeah. That's one thing I did notice. This some shit pops up in this show. Like, I don't know what it is, but you just be like, hey, wait, y'all want to
y'all got everybody drinking. That's what it is. Y'all need a new drink. I think it's time we might step up the ante. Maybe it needs to be sponsored by Ciroc.
That would be nice. What was it? Oh, no, Crown Royal was the one.
Crown Royal.
This is the 3rd year in a row. I'm getting sick of this shit.
Yeah.
Can we get some Hennessy?
Some Hennessy. Oh, God,
hey, no, the battles don't need to be at what time is it? What time are y'all starting this season?
8:30 Eastern.
8:30 Eastern. Maybe y'all should start at like 3:30. Get these Negroes like in the middle of the day.
So they can
be sober.
So when they start drinking, already in. Yeah, but I don't think he gonna like that. That might not be good.
3:30 time is probably like some
like
hour.
9:30. That'd be 9:30 in the morning. So we know he ain't drinking.
He ain't about to play with y'all.
Right.
E-Money coming to the laptop with his pajamas on, boy, at the 3 a.m.
He coming on with no screen.
Right. Like, look.
Audio only.
Man.
Like wiping the coal out his eye, talking about I'm gonna take the high road tonight.
Right.
He always taking a high road, man.
Always taking. I'm like, we try like to be like, look, you can't take the high road. You just gotta pick. You gotta pick. You be like, no.
I'm gonna take the high road.
Nobody feelings.
In this piece, I'm gonna take the high road.
Right. In my short set.
People really be getting mad at you. People really be getting mad at you over your choice. Like, what?
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people love watching this show on YouTube. And I know a lot of people suggested that you guys do a Saturday show and Sunday show, and you guys said no. Like, is that too much for you guys to do?
Yeah, it's a lot. Like to try, and then like I think doing it that much, it's kind of like, who do you? I think it's not fair to the contestants for one. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're promoting the show, that's the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? And then people gonna look forward to one more than they do the other. And try and keep it fair. So that's why we try to do one a week. You know, we had the circumstances where we did do 2 shows in a weekend, but that was to keep us on track because. Right. But to do 2 in a weekend, I just don't think, like I said, keeping with the whole point of giving people their time to shine. I'm real big on that, and I feel like doubling up kind of gyps some people. Like, you know, like if you're saying if you don't know, no. So, you know what I'm saying? So are you really going to cue in to watch that one as much as you would somebody we all probably know, OG Sneakers, you know, going against each other, but at the same time, you see what I'm saying? Like, we want to give everybody a fair shot at their time.
Right.
Y'all got your own personal.
I think a lot of people were asking for both days just because we were sheltering in place. I think people were asking for that. Because they were just, you know, they just wanted some entertainment, but I can't even see myself trying to watch them both days. Like, I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna watch it in general. You know what I'm saying?
I was literally tired because, like, you on a time schedule. You know, I got to make sure my kids right. I got to make sure my grandma got her numbers. I got to do all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So my daddy got to go get his Alka-Seltzer every damn day. I don't buy a box, but.
These girls still doing numbers in Detroit, boy.
Listen, my grandma go every day, twice a day, okay? And no, she do not play them damn things at the same time. You got to go in the morning to get a set, and then you got to go in the afternoon. And you can't go too late because you might miss it because one of them might be up there.
And then she want to watch it. She want to watch it live on TV when
watch it on Channel 4 live right after Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, you can't. And I was calling ass, man, when we was doing it at 8 o'clock. That's why I was like, okay, we got to do another half hour because I'm tired. I be running away from football practice and all this other and then people come on in. That's why it'd be like some days I'd be like, get on there and people be having a fit. I'd be like, look, fuck it. Look,
how much do you guys hate when people get swept like 3-0s?
That makes for good entertainment.
And 3-0, let's go real quick.
No, because the show is so fast when it goes, and then, you know, I feel like my biggest thing about it is it depends on the person for sure, but personality wise, it's like I don't want to discourage that person from battling. Like, again, you know what I'm saying? If you get swept, you know, like, because, you know, it's social media. People can get really mean, or whatever, for lack of other words to say. And, you know, you don't want anybody to feel like they're being attacked and, you know, blame the show and, you know what I'm saying, have bad things to say. So I really don't like it when people get swept. That's just my thing. I just feel like, you know, I may not seem like it, but, you know, I got like a little bleeding heart over here. I be feeling bad. So.
Bleeding heart.
Don't give me any sympathy.
I don't know if y'all saw what Jay Jeff said, but he says season 6 should have a possible entry fee for a bigger pot at the end.
What is it now? 200?
What are we doing this season? I think it is 2.
E-money in the building.
Don't give me the line. That's doing the finances thing. So don't give me the lie.
Isn't there already an admission fee?
That's not this show. That's another show.
Oh.
Oh,
We don't charge people to.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't paying no
Hey,
better.
wait, hold on a second. So it's another, once again, not who has the heat, but it's somebody or another entity that's actually charging people to do a battle.
Mm-hmm. There's an entry fee.
Yes.
I heard or something, and I don't know how much it is. I actually just heard about it recently, and I guess I don't know how
Somebody said 300.
fee
The
is.
entry fee don't even like the amount of contestants and the entry fees doesn't even equal the pot that they win. It's less.
What show is it?
Whoa. What do you mean it's less? So okay, so if it's like 16 people and say we all put in $10, so
What show is it?
right? What's that? 160, right?
Wait, what show?
It's not who has the heat, Q. That's what it is. It's not who has the heat.
That
No, it's not our show.
No, I'm saying Q was asking what show is it, and I said it's not who has the heat. So that's all we need to be worried about right now. It's not who has the heat.
It's not my show.
Yeah, we're gonna recap on that, Q, but it ain't who has the heat. But basically, like 160 is the pot. Like the winner will probably only really get like 100 out of the collected.
So what happened to the other
$60 or whatever?
That goes to the person running the show.
Mm.
You got to pay to be on they shit, I guess. I don't know.
Oh.
Hey, well, E-Money said the grand prize is $300. So y'all went up another $100.
And that's pretty good.
Shout out to y'all, man.
The funny thing is, last season nobody seemed to pay that any attention that there was money involved.
Yeah.
Y'all missing this whole.
Oh, you talking about?
You don't realize every season everybody always asks at the beginning of each episode, what does the person win?
Oh, we talking about prize money for the battle. I thought we was talking about the bracket money.
Oh no, that was for prize money for the battle. That's $300.
But the bracket you got to pay for, right?
No, you don't pay for the bracket either. You don't pay. You don't
pay for anything for who has.
You don't pay for anything on. Yeah.
No, okay.
Nope. No. But we just feel like we're giving this y'all time. You know what I'm saying?
For me, I've never heard of any other where you pay to get in or whatever like that. I've never heard that or whatever. So that's crazy. If you do, I mean, to each his own. To each his own. If you do or whatever like that, but.
I thought the bracket you could do a fee for, but not to do the battle.
Yeah,
no, I've never heard that for the bracket either. Whatever.
I gotta pay to put in a bracket.
Because like what he's saying, like he said, but he's saying like a possible entry fee for a bigger pot in the end. So that's
talking about for the people joining the actual battle.
No, to do the.
I'm talking about two different things.
Yeah, y'all talking about two totally different things.
I'm saying the entry fee for the bracket could make a bigger pot, like what Jay Jeff is talking about.
Oh, so you're saying if there was an entry fee for the bracket, it could make a bigger pot for the show.
Yeah.
For whoever wins the bracket, I guess. Yeah.
He has said possible entry fee for a bigger winning entry fee, meaning I assume the people in the battle.
So let's say for example, right? So E-Money said the price.
You know what a bracket? Because the bracket is when you just fill out the paper.
Yeah, like March Madness. Yeah, like March Madness. So if
why would I pay to put that in? Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right.
Why would I pay a fee to submit that?
Yeah, that's
like
true.
The lottery.
Well, no. I'm talking. Well, if you're in the battle,
I win. But why would I pay to submit? Is that to me? If you're gonna pay for
if you're not getting anything out of it, because the bracket is one thing and it has a prize, and both of them have their own.
The why is in his comment. The why is for a bigger pot at the end with the entry fee that creates a bigger pot. So as opposed to what was E-Money given last year for the bracket?
I think it was
like $50.
I think it's $50.
Right. So. You could make the pot bigger with entry. I think that's what Jay Jeff is saying. From my understanding, that's what.
Yes, just 16 people and pay $5. Here you go, right here. Yeah, just 16
people. He's talking about the people battling, not
right.
bracket.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to make the two differences. He's talking about battlers compared to actual people watching contestants.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't pay the battle. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay the battle.
You would pay for the bracket?
Absolutely, yeah. For a bigger pay, if I was a gambling person, that's what.
Yeah.
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 It's an issue as a gambling person.
I'm more of a battler.
Because then everybody with the bracket, everybody has a chance to win.
Right.
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 You already know if you're paying your $5, then and you get bumped out in the first round, then that's not going towards you anyway. You just donating to give it away to somebody else. So by the time that first round over, everybody already know if they have a chance or not. If they money back. I mean, it's $5, but it's $5. It's COVID. Shit, some
Yeah.
As a panelist on the Who Has the Heat, what are you looking forward to most for season 5?
What am I looking forward to the most? I guess the chat, for real. Like I like the chat. I just like to see what's coming up next. Like I be over there. Y'all catch me sometimes and I'd be like, oh wait, huh? What happened? My bad. Yeah, okay. I'll be reading. I'll be over there reading like a mug. Like, oh wait, okay, wait. I'm supposed to be starting the timer. Hold on.
Get savage.
I'm Mother Teresa in the chat this season. It's the playoffs.
Hell no. Here we go again, man. Every week.
It's the playoffs.
Here we go again, man.
I don't be really watching like that. I'm trying to watch basketball.
Is it?
Playoffs ain't finna be popping every Saturday. I ain't trying to hear that.
So 313, did you
watch
tell us the new rule?
TV, watch the YouTube on your phone.
That's distractions, man.
I don't think you told us what the new rule was. You told us what the new voting system was.
Yes, we didn't change any of the
You added one though.
We added a rule?
Yeah.
Which way? Wait, which one is that?
This nigga put his glasses on suddenly.
Right, I'm like, and they took it though. So just
trying to be like, we got
EXA Smith.
Remember same time?
You know what? I know what you're talking about. Well, we changed it to where the 1, 2, 3 show. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we changed that because like we want to take that aspect out where people get slick. And we're not saying it's this group, but we had it to where
the ultimate sneaker
extra shoe, and then they're like, oh, this was my second choice.
Yeah.
Stuff like this or whatever. And then people, even if you know what your first choice was and you see your second choice, people like, oh yeah, so-and-so was dope. So I'm gonna vote on this. If you 1, 2, 3 show, we got both shoes same time. Then what we'll do is go into letting each of them talk about their shoe after they show the shoe. So that's just to eliminate the other thing that, we were having an issue with some people tending to make it seem like they weren't playing fair. So that's one of the big things too. The voting, thanks BX for that, but the voting and that 1, 2, 3 show. So we're going to be doing that. I wanted to be like, Who Has the Heat? And they was like, nah, that's whack. That's whack. I was like, 1, 2, 3 show. Sound like any, mini, mighty, mo.
That sound like that came from somebody that's still wearing short sets.
When they come back on the screen, they sit till y'all say 1, 2, 3 show.
Say it again.
So when they come back with their shoe, they sit with until y'all say show it.
Yep. And then
same time, man. Same time.
Yep.
Set up like rap or someone else with the sneakers right in the back. You got shit on the floor, and you read the question. I might bring 3 that's close, and when I see what he pull out, then I'm gonna grab the of my options I like best.
Right.
They sitting right there.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And that's what we eliminate in that part. And if you do the back and forth, the other person may not even be thinking to do that. You know what I'm saying? They just playing on a level playing field. We just want to mellow everything out.
That will give it a nice actual kind of like shock value because it's both. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, then who I'm gonna vote for?
Right.
So they want to be kind of choosy or well, I like his story, so no matter what he shows, I'm going with this one.
Yep. And I think that'll do it too. Like if you see the shoes first and then you hear the story, then you kind of like, okay, whatever the story is. Some people eat better at selling their shoe than others are, but it matters. It depends on the question. If the question warrants explanation, then it might matter. If the question doesn't warrant an explanation, you may not even care what they bought the shoe. So
as far as like the questions, do you guys have any changes to that? Like how you do it, how you come up with it? Or just is going to pretty much rock out the same way as far as the questions?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Like I like to use the questions that come to my DM. Like I don't own questions anymore. I use them like if anybody sends me a question, I tend to use those. So, it comes from the chat. So my whole thing with it is I can't speak for everybody else, but I like to integrate the chat as much as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I prefer for the chat to vote and not us. That's why I prefer to use the questions that people send me through the DMs, not us. Like that's one of the things that I'm big on. Like even as somebody watching somebody else's show, I like to interact. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to just sit there and be like.
Mm-hmm.
Now 313 real quick because look, you see what Jay Jeff said. So let's reiterate this one more time again. I'm gonna put it on the screen real quick. 313. Can I DM you my bracket?
To the who has the heat.
Everything goes to who has the heat.
Yep, everything goes over there. Nothing comes to me.
First names.
Yeah, nothing comes to me. It's just that we can keep everything together in one spot because we all have access to that. So, to the IG page on Who Has the Heat is where all that should go.
If you want to be
I see that avatar. What you trying to say? What you trying to say? With LeBron sleep?
Is that what that is?
Pull it back up.
Is it?
He been having that avatar forever. I ain't never really looked at it. Oh yeah.
He with the goat dream on there. What that mean?
Said he dreaming.
What that mean, son? All right, I see you. Go ahead, 313. My bad. I had to go in there real quick on him.
Dang, I've never noticed that.
Cute and caught feelings just like that.
Oh, I'm about to go tell him you out here acting up.
Straight up.
Hey, so 313. So once again, that answers that question, but that's for over everything though. If you want to be a contestant, if you want to put in you want to submit a question, whatever, everything goes to Who Has the Heat IG page, right? Or the DM, whatever, right?
Basically, anything and anything Who Has the Heat goes.
Yeah. No individual host, just everything goes to Who Has the Heat IG DM and whatnot.
Yeah, we want to try and get that streamlined so we can just keep everything separate from anybody missing anything coming over to my channel. And then DMs coming through while you on the live, like, hey, why ain't nothing on your? Like, because you on the wrong channel.
Right. And that's the most important thing, that everybody needs to subscribe to Who Has the Heat YouTube channel, because they are now doing it on it has grown to its own. It has gotten bigger than just one individual. It has grown to its own entity.
Yeah, it takes out that whole, like when it's on E channel, they like E Money Show, and then on my channel they like 313 Show, and I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? And we still got two other people, PM and McFly. So we just want to make sure that people understand that it's not just one person show; it's all our show. So
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing. But yeah, it's taken on a whole mind of its own.
So,
That's the community, though. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, the community is why it's grown, because we've been behind it. We've been talking about it. There's a reason why you have people from IG coming through into the YouTube world, to be a part of the battle. You know what I'm saying? Because both worlds are friends.
Right.
And we've all put energy into making sure that that it's been growing. Even with the folks that that we took the liberty of bringing onto the show to bring more people into the know about the show. You know what I'm saying?
Very much appreciate that.
It worked. It worked the way that it should have, for sure.
It's a collective, and I mean it's the show. It's a show for the community by the community. Yeah. So that's how we always want to keep it. None of that. One person over next person or any. You just want to have something positive to have, bring to the community. When you got all this other stuff going on, it's your escape for that amount of time for that day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's what it's all about.
And that's a testament to the mountains we can move together. Like, everybody wants to try to do their own separate thing for everything, and then wondering why nothing works. It's because everybody's doing their own shit. But bring some things together and unify and see the power in that.
Right. Yeah. Support each other and all that. You have to, you know what I'm saying? If you want to see something, like everybody's so busy with, I want to be the best. I want to be the best. I want to be the best, and it's not even anything about that with our show. It's not about being the best. It's about everybody in the show. That's the big difference. Like, it's about the chat. It's about the contestants. It's the last people it's about is us.
Mm-hmm.
So we just here to give y'all something to be entertained with,
Mm-hmm.
And that's just something we felt like was lacking, you know what I'm saying, in the community. We got things going, like you got good shows, you got Rep Show and, you got YouTube to watch, but that interaction, to have the community interact as a whole, because hell, we can't go to SneakerCon, we can't do none of that now. I mean, it's kind of, what was we last year this time we was in DC kicking it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We might have to just start having like our own kind of like mini sneakerhead meetups, nothing too big, just
Started.
Maybe
That's what we talked about last week.
3 states over meetup.
Yeah,
but again, it has to be unified. It can't be a bunch of a bunch of separate people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody just come to Atlanta because everybody out here just not giving a fuck.
You silly. I'm definitely not coming here. Y'all ain't giving.
But that's the thing though. Like Atlanta has been a spot that has been
COVID Con 2020.
Man, like that's cool, Atlanta boy. But even outside of Atlanta though, I mean, besides COVID, before COVID or whatever like that, Atlanta's been hit a few times. Like for me personally, if we was to do something unified, I think it should be somewhere neutral and be somewhere that has not been tapped, like a territory that hasn't been tapped yet, because that makes it more interesting. Because if we go somewhere like Atlanta, majority of everybody's been to Atlanta a few times, so it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Well,
I'm to Detroit.
Let's go to Wisconsin.
Do Detroit.
Detroit actually is an untapped territory if you think about it.
It is. And I think we're growing here. We are growing, like as a community here. There are a lot of things coming up in Detroit and stuff like that. And
Detroit, I ain't playing.
The sneaker community.
I'm not going to Detroit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not going.
But again, I mean, wherever we end up, the point is
outside Jamaica Queens. That's about as hood as I'm willing to go.
The point is that it's not to have a bunch of isolated remote events, whereas we can make things bigger by coming together and putting power and effort behind it with all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We want to do something where it's like literally it's untapped territory. Because everywhere that we've been, if it's been Chicago, if it's been Dallas, if it's been Atlanta, if it's been LA, if it's been New York, whatever, DC, barely DC, but now, it's been like, oh yeah, we can go here, we can go there. I want it to be where we be like, yo, we got to pull out our phones, we got to get to investigating where we can actually we ain't never, and majority of us ain't never been there before. We actually got to put in the work to be on some Google type mess to be like, yo, I heard this boutique over here was kind of hard.
Hawaii. E-money, set it up.
Hawaii.
Tell us how is the sneaker community in
Hawaii
Detroit?
Too expensive. I don't know about that.
You said what?
How is the sneaker community in Detroit? Like, if you can describe it.
I would say
top tens.
Like you have the few people that you know here, but it's not like there's not like a community of sneakerheads. Like people are pretty much their own individual state of themselves type of deal, but people here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like I go somewhere and see people that are on Instagram that are from the city, but like with Jumpman Bostic, I never met him or saw him until Dallas SneakerCon.
Mm-hmm.
Literally like 15 minutes away from me.
I think he didn't ask you right. So not community, but like how's the sneaker culture in Detroit? I think that's what he's saying. Is there a culture? Which I mean I know the answer, but what's culture around sneakers in Detroit?
I think a lot of it is more fashion and what's in for the moment. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's a actual, because we don't have a lot of boutiques and things like that, because we don't have a lot of people that, know how that works. We have people who go to Foot Locker and they buy their shoes or whatever. Like you still see people running around here like drives me nuts. but you could tell who done just found out about StockX because they rocking their damn tags on their shoes. Like, okay, so you ain't on it. Like, okay, I got you. I know what you want. But it's not a huge culture here like that. Like, that's what I envy about like the places like Atlanta and Dallas and stuff like that. You guys come together. Like, I've never seen in the time that I've started doing meetups. It's only been like what 3-4 years now. And I kind of got into traveling, but we don't have that stuff going on here. Like, you don't have like, you know, oh, these group of people gonna get together and we gonna check this out and that and the other. We don't really have that from what I know. I've never seen it.
I feel like, you know, just from what I've at least feel like I've observed, I feel like we all, for the most part, kind of discovered community in this within the same realm of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the collecting part of it. Obviously, we all been doing that forever. But the community side of it, I don't think really existed too much right up until maybe, I would say maybe 5 years at most.
Right. Where the people, like our habits,
yeah,
sneaker hobby brought us together to where, you know, like no Q, you know what I'm saying? Like I XQ or, you know, like nothing like just, oh, you collect sneakers, this, that, and the other, just on a different level of knowing people, just period.
Because I mean, going to sneaker cons back when it was small, I never used to go because I knew people there. You know,
right.
Just because it was sneaker con, it was in a gymnasium, and I didn't know nobody there, but I would just go just to look.
Right.
There wasn't community. It was just
people. Going now because, oh, you going to this sneaker con? Okay, I'm gonna go to this one because she's gonna be at this sneaker con. My friend's gonna be here, and you might not don't even buy a shoe. Right. Time you there, but
so when did you discover the sneaker YouTube community, and what, like, who were you watching at that time before you got like put on, you became a content creator?
So like when I found out about YouTube, just period on YouTube, I just used it like, I'd be like, oh, let me go look at this video or something on here. Like whatever it was that was popping up, I had it for that reason. And I was like, oh, I got a little account or whatever. I thought I had to have an account to look at all the stuff on YouTube. So that was that. But like, when I started YouTube, it was more so because of how shy I am. And like, I was like, okay, if I can talk about this that I like, something I like and I'm comfortable talking about, maybe I'll use that as a catalyst to meet new people. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I started doing this, I was going through a point in my life where I had just separated from my husband. Like I had to figure out who I was and what I wanted to do. Like I went through a whole depressed thing where I did not know who I was. It came to a point of where, and I know it sounds crazy to say this, but I didn't want to be Dion's mom. I didn't want to be Donovan's mom. And the way you say that is because they're titles. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't that I didn't want to be their mother. I just didn't want that to be who everybody saw me as. The only person I was is their mom. You know, the kids come up to you, they don't know nothing else about you, but that's Dion's mama. And then the parents start doing it. And you like, no, I got a whole name. Like, I want y'all to start using my name. Like, I was to a point where I was almost about to have my kids calling me by my first name. Because I was like, listen, don't call me mom no more. You don't call me Dion mom. No, I don't want none of that. So, like, for me, it was like just trying to put myself out there and get, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just put myself out there and try to get to know people without putting myself all the way out there.
Yeah.
A big thing for me was I went to Atlanta Sneaker Con. I went by myself. Like I ain't know nobody. I hopped on.
Oh, word.
I was like, I'm about to do this. Yes, like this has been like the last 3.5 years has been like a whole coming out type of deal for me.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that one.
It's completely different for me. Like I am a totally different person now than I was then. Like, like I used to be like in the middle, like quiet, not saying nothing. And I'm sure people probably used to think like, oh, she got attitude, she mean, she this. And really it was like, should I just be walking?
Me and Q don't. You
know, that's me. I'm one of them people.
She came by herself, but you know, I made sure that wasn't what was going down though.
Yes, definitely. She made sure that I enjoyed my time while I was in Atlanta. You know, didn't get arrested and none of that good stuff going on. But
It was hit me up. I live here. What about this?
I don't think we knew you yet.
That was 17. That was 17.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the year we had the party and all that. I'm about to say, what the hell?
No, that
was like 17.
Yeah. That wasn't my first sneaker con. That was my second one because I went to Cleveland, but I went with my sister, and that was horrible. It wasn't horrible. I love my sister. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the same thing trying to go with somebody who ain't into sneakers like that and take. It was like, oh, let's go eat. Let's go do this. I'm like, I'm trying to look at these sneakers.
Don't nobody ever asked me to go to Cleveland to no sneaker con. I do not want to be in Cleveland for that.
Well, that was me putting my toe in the water.
What year did you go? What year did you go?
17.
I think that was 17.
I went 20.
I don't think they wasn't doing sneaker con in Cleveland in 17 yet. That might have been that might have been 18.
18?
Yeah. They wasn't in Cleveland yet.
I know it wasn't 16.
No, it wasn't 16 for sure. It at least had to have been 17, but I think Q is right. I think they did start in 8, or they went back in 18. Because if I remember right, 17. I mean, Q, can you remember the only Midwest spots I can think of is Chicago, Indianapolis. I think Chicago.
It was only Chicago in 17. It was only Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, and
Midwest though.
California. Oh, Midwest. No, I don't.
It was just Chicago, right? I think.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just started doing this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm moving fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, I'm moving fast.
But time goes by quite fast though. Like you know. So.
What's that?
What you showing us, man? Man with the glasses.
2016, Cleveland.
What about it?
It was there.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
It was in March.
Yeah, whenever I went, it was cold.
It had to have been 18 though, cause like 313 said, she started going in like 17, like avidly going like in 17. So it probably was 18.
I think it was 18. It was 18.
I think it was 18. So
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I feel everything that you're saying though, because I think that's for like all three of us, talking about me, you, and Q, because it just seems like it was more of a coming out thing. Because I don't know, it's funny because the more people that, I guess the more we put it out there, it's like you come from the Midwest, it's very much of a nigga I don't know you mentality.
Yes. yes. Like transitioning to college was a thing, okay? Like you holding this door open for me. Like, why are you standing that close? What you doing? Like it's a weird thing because you used to, like, even when I was in Dallas, like I had to try to remind myself, Michelle, ain't nobody about to walk up on you. Like I was standing off to the side, I'm looking around, I'm like, y'all comfortable as hell in this parking lot. Like,
right?
I'm standing there, I'm nervous. Like, somebody after you, I'm like, no, y'all just out here.
Look, I don't know what neighborhood y'all living in your adult life. I ain't good.
Listen, you walk around you go to New York with moving like that in one of them garages, moving sneakers back and forth. You're gonna have a whole hood running up in that parking lot, snatching all that they can, and they're gonna run out.
I ain't no garage in New York. I don't even know what a garage in New York look like.
Man,
like all the ones that be attached to them lots by SneakerCon, them buildings and shit.
Oh, okay.
I most definitely ain't in them. I most definitely ain't in them.
Where y'all be parking y'all car at?
Oh no,
shit.
Oh, some people Uber at SneakerCon. I like.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in New York. It's Uber everywhere.
I need to go to Colorado.
I take the train. everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, look, I need you to with me, so I ain't acting tourist.
Hey, facts. Hey, that's real.
Let me know. Straighten up, cuz.
But that's just the thing. Like, me and Q talked about that before, so I'm really glad that we got you on 313, because I don't think people realize, like, especially for us coming from the Midwest, and we all basically from the same era. Literally, it's very much that's how we literally we come up, as that nigga I don't know you mentality. and it's real. So it's like once we get out of our region, and then we see different things, like you said, going to college is a real thing. Like it branches you out, you know what I'm saying? Or if you don't go to college, but you leave your you leave your block, you leave your city, and you go somewhere else, and you end up seeing different things. It's just like, dang, that's how y'all get down or whatever like that. Like y'all talk funny. They looking at us like, well, you talk funny too, but we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. We very much always come up in the mentality of, nigga, I don't know you. So when we go like to the west or the east or the south, and it's like, what you holding my door for? Nigga, I don't know you. Like, hey, how you doing? Can I help you with something? Nah, you can't help me with nothing. Why you asking me so many questions? You know what I'm
saying? Right. It's okay to be nice to people. Like, like it's all right. It's all right. It's okay to be the first person to speak and say, hey, how you doing? It's like
we too used to walking in the store and just looking around, and the employees ain't even saying nothing to you until you be like, hey, can I get this in a 13? Yep. And they be like, all right. But if they don't, if it ain't no talking,
like, I found myself yesterday. I went to Starbucks. I found myself, I had on my Unbox app shirt, and somebody asked me about it. I was giving them the whole rundown. Any other time I'd have been like, oh, it's an app on, that you go on your phone. The other time I just would have been like, oh, it's an app. This, I'm over here explaining it. I'm gonna show them my phone, like, and these my friends, and here go, part of my collect. I'm like explaining it. It's on iOS, it's not on Android yet. Like you would have thought I was selling this app, okay? Like you had to pay for it and I was gonna check. But then when I came out, I was like, dang, I just literally had a whole conversation with somebody that I did not know and just kind of got into, doing this thing. That would have never been me before.
That's it. And that's it. It's funny to me when talking to other people like outside of the Midwest, period. Because even like P-Town just saying like Facts Rep, it's like that in Pittsburgh too. I would never know that. Right. I ain't never been to Pittsburgh, but I'm pretty sure P-Town's probably from the same era we from. And and that's just the way that it is or whatever like that. But I know SneakerCon is another thing where that brings us out of our own shell, because we end up meeting people from different regions, and we all there about sneakers, but you know what, you end up learning so much about other people that you would never know even through social media.
Right.
So I think that branches us out also as well, because I mean,
and it's different seeing people in person, you know what I'm saying, than on social media or on YouTube and things like that. It's different to see people in person, and like I know you're seeing people face, but it's different to see face to face, and then you get out of that, oh, this rep, like you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't running around calling people, like QQ though. So, right. But at the same time, people ain't running around going A313. Like I legit got a name. Like I don't think Marcus, like I don't think Polo remember my IG name no more, because it don't matter what it is. Like he'd be on Monday Midso, he'd be like, "Hey Michelle," I'd be like, "Oh, what up?"
Yeah.
Like you got real names now. So I think it changes over. You know what I'm saying? Being able to go to SneakerCon and things like that, I think it gives you that switch from IG friends to actual meeting actual people, and they're not just their sneakers, people aren't just their collections or their YouTube page, you get to know people for real. So that's what I really wanted to gain out of all of this, and I found my love for sneakers again. I found out what I was missing, and I know it sounds crazy for some people, but I kind of like went like, oh my God, like it was like a whole open for me, like this is what I gave all that up for like 10 years. I didn't even realize that I had stopped doing it. Turkey. And I'm like, well, this is probably why I was always acting like a bitch. I literally didn't have anything to call my own. My kids are their own thing. And then I was like, they getting older, they don't want to be sitting up under me and shit like that. So I'm like, I need to find myself. It's okay to do things without your kids, that doesn't
right.
You don't have to spend every waking moment at football practice from 6 to 8, Monday through Saturday, going to out of town. Like literally, my kids became my life. So I was like, hey, it's about time you get your own life. So
and can't nobody in this community, or that we all know of each other, that's a parent. Can't nobody say they don't be looking for the sneaker kind of like, boy, I'm about to get up with them kids.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
What you
And I was
talking
like,
about?
it's okay to want to break from your kids. Like I didn't used to think that was okay, you know. So like I was one of them parents, and they'd be on the field like, I don't know how she do that all the time. I'd be like, I don't know how you ain't doing that. Ain't you gonna be a bad parent if you? Let me tell you something. When I found out that it was okay to not be at practice with sitting there for 2 hours looking around.
You sit at the practice?
So I'm
I
sitting there,
knew
I'm going,
he was about to say
I'm going to
something.
get my nails done.
Yeah, my parents would never at practice.
Practice?
Not the
I was
game
at
practice.
every game. I was the team mom. I went from just chilling on the sideline, sitting at every practice. Then I went to team mom, making the halftime snacks, after game snacks. Then I went to join the board. Like when I tell you I was all in these kids' business, okay? Like these kids couldn't fuck without me knowing it was happening, okay?
Oh,
On
man.
the field in their uniform, okay? So yeah, I that's just kind of what I became, and I just kind of had to back up out of that and you know realize it's okay to be me.
And even on the flip side though, 313, that probably puts your kids more like, gosh, you know what I'm saying? You know,
right,
like for real though, because no, I'm gonna keep it real. Like my mom used to be the same way or whatever. Like she went at the practices or nothing like that or whatever. And you know, barely game. But when it came to education though, yo, my mama used to stay in the school. I used to be like, Mom, why are you even here? Like, you know, why you here? Why are you here? You know what I'm
My
saying?
mama wasn't at the school for darn near nothing. Maybe when I was in band though. That was the one time I remember my mama coming to the school.
See, that's another thing. My mom never really came to my practices or like my meets and stuff like that when
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I guess when I became a parent, I kind of got into overdrive with it. Like, always be there for my kid. And you'd be like, you look back on it and be like, oh, this motherfucker was going to school. She was a degree. She was raising 2 kids on her own, putting them through private school. I'm like, that's why you wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah, no, and that's real because because when you coming up, you be like, man, you know, Mom, they wasn't that nothing, she wasn't that nothing.
Yeah.
But
I wanted it to be though. I wish they
yeah. See what it take, what they provide for you, because now you got to provide for you. Like, damn, this shit got robbed. Like my mom, she never really came to my school either. So one time she came was when my ass got kicked off of the student council. You didn't come when I got summoned in for the senior year. And then I just so happened to be the one time I want to see what's going on in the hallway. I look, the fight happens to go past the student organization office. The teacher comes out of everyone he sees trailing the fight. Ebony, you're done. I think to the office.
That shouldn't make a difference though, because I feel like if my parents were there, more present there and actually supported mine, like playing basketball, that's one of my regrets. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my regrets of stopping to play because I didn't really have anybody to push me to continue to play. You know what I'm saying? I wish that I had that. You know what I'm saying?
Only thing that pushed me, because like I said, when it came to education, my mama stayed in the school, even for no reason. She would be there. But when it came to basketball, for me, like my parents, my dad never seen me play. Rest in peace. But my dad never seen me play basketball. My mom only came to a few games or whatnot. But the thing that really pushed me was, it's crazy to say it, but it's like my peers pushed me. You know what I'm saying? And the people in my neighborhood pushed me more than my own parents did, because they knew I had talent. Besides, I just had height. They knew I had talent. They knew I was left-handed. Boy, you know Jay left-handed, right? Oh, you know he left. You know, you know what I'm saying? So that's what pushed me more, because I got more respect from peers. And you know, when you're young and you got friends or whatever like that, you look at that more than your own parents. You be like, oh, you know, they just, you know. But when your friends are actually, your peers are actually like complimenting you, because once again, we come from a nigga I don't know you mentality.
Right.
And they giving you positive criticism, you know, constructive and positive criticism. It's like, yo, like, did so-and-so just give me some props?
Yeah.
Because we quick to be like, nigga, you ain't shit. Nigga, you a bum.
Definitely.
Nigga, you try. You know what I'm saying? So that's what pushed me more, you know. But everything else though, like, education and independency and different things like that. Like, yeah, I give all the credit to my parents for that though. But sports though,
I made it. How did I even make it here? Like, where did I like? She ain't pushed me to do nothing. I could have sat and did nothing. Is what I'm telling you. My mom,
but that was the push though.
Would love me to be at the house with her right now. She would love it.
She said she'll love it, and like she'd be A1. Like, there's my baby.
Yes, when I tell you that she did not push me to do a thing.
Yeah,
That was that probably what that was the self motivation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For you, that was a self motivation. Like, I gotta get up out of here.
Yeah.
I got
seriously.
It was opposite, because my people would be like, I'd be like, okay, let's not go to practice today. Like, I need a break. And then here come the phone ringing. Dion said you ain't taking him to practice today. He over here crying. I'd be like, Grandma, I just need to take a nap. Like, and then she, nah, you need to take that boy to practice. I'd be like, all right. I'm going. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, my family even just pushed. It's not something that I pushed him to do. So that's why I was so like, okay, if this is what he want to do, then I'm going to support him. And it's just always been that way. And for some reason, the kid is freakishly good at sports. I don't know.
That gives him more independence, though.
Because I was like, listen, motherfucker, you can't run track, play basketball, and do football. I can't do it. We not doing that. We not doing it. You know,
I mean, he can, but that gives him more independency.
Take him to practice, and I mean, he was young, so he needed to take him to practice. Okay, I'm like 10. I was like, we gotta pick a sport. You gotta let one go, because I can't. You know how long a meet in Eastern Michigan? Oh my God, it was like they didn't know what air was. So it was horrible. It was a point where I was doing all three, and I was like literally about to give out. So it wasn't. You need
a village.
His ass had asthma, and I was just trying to give him a breathe at night, and I wanted to get some rest.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, no, it's a thing though. You know, I don't know. I've always been that person to where, you know, I always wanted to help other people and do stuff like that. I've always been that person. Like, if there's anything I can do for you, I'm gonna do it. I ain't looking for nothing. I don't want nothing. It's just, that's just the kind of person I am. So I do stay guarded because I don't want people to take advantage of that.
Right.
That's probably where people see that harder shell of me. When that is just it's a defense mechanism pretty much that I just kind of got over the years, you know.
Makes sense.
Yeah, nigga, I don't know you. Nigga, I don't know you.
Right. Exactly.
Is that the hard shell that comes out on the show?
Huh? I'm chill. That's just me on the show. Like, I love the show because I get to relax and just be me. Like, I just say whatever comes out, and I be just comfortable. Like, and you know what I'm saying? That's hard to find people to just be comfortable around. So it's not really a hard. It just be like I be snapping sometimes on PM because crazy.
The thing is though, Michelle, like, people always say that about, and we've had these conversations before, especially me and Q. it's a Midwest thing. Like, for me personally, it's like it's normal as ever. It's just peanut butter and jelly. Like, it's
people genuinely
you have to consciously be on your P's and Q's to remember not to be like that. You have to think about it. And like, sometimes it's just your personality, and you know, I fight it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I fight it because I know now people outside of me, like, shit, meeting feats. I'm like, you gonna hug me though? What you doing? Like, we hugging.
I'm not gonna lie, we did have that. We gonna.
We go, because I make shit awkward. I do. Like, I be like at work, everybody already knows. That's the deal. You don't like to be touched. Like,
Peace, you got to slide.
I was trying to find a good time to probably interrupt. They want to talk over Michelle, but
I'm sorry. I didn't
slide. I got work in the morning. Actually, they making me go in the goddamn office, y'all. Shit. I gotta go in the office at least twice a week now. So, all right, it's better than 5 days, but I gotta go.
Biohazard suit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. I gotta have my nighttime blunt. It's time.
All right.
That's what you're really trying to get at. Forget that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I know Rep been going for that on the channel, so I gotta slide.
For sure.
PG-13. Thank you, Feats.
There you go.
No problem, my brother. Peace out. Everybody have a blessed night. Stay up.
Yes.
All right.
Don't let the COVID get you.
Be safe.
All right, Feats.
And Black lives still matter all the time.
Always.
Hey, so no, that I mean that like I was saying, like no, that's real because for a Midwest, just a Midwest black person, period. Not even just a Midwest female or male black. No, it's real because like for me, it's peanut butter and jelly. So, but I know like we've had these conversations before. Outside of this, if we talking about other people from the east, south, north, I mean east, south, west, it's like yo, like why someone so hella mean? Why someone so hella rude? They ain't say nothing. I'm just like I don't know what you're talking about. That's just how we live. I don't.
Right.
Right.
What did I do?
Yeah,
Because let somebody tell it. If I
People insist that I'm mean, but I'm the furthest thing from it though.
That's a fact, right? That's a fact.
First thing out of people's mouth, you be like, "Where you from?" I'm like, "Detroit." Oh, don't shoot me. You be like,
yeah.
oh. You be like, why would you say that about me? Like, you be like,
and that's just the crazy thing about it. It's just like I don't know, like for me, it's always been like, yo, like. You know, Jason mad rude, yo. He ain't gonna say it. Like even for my wife, like when we first met, like she always get that precaution, like yo, he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing when he first meets you. But maybe after like the third time, then y'all will be good because he done felt you out by then. But the first time, he really ain't gonna say nothing. You might be like, "How you doing?" and he be like, "Yeah, what up?" But that's just me though. Like I don't know you. I don't know you. So I'm not finna give you all of me. Like, oh yeah, how you doing? Yup. Nah, I used to play basketball. I used to do this. Yeah, I do that. Oh yeah, I love this. And my favorite color is this. And I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't.
Like, hey,
yeah.
Conversation. But you know what? I know
One word answers.
That's how my and I'm. How did I do this with them? Like I didn't even realize I did it with them. And I'd be trying to get my kids to be more outgoing and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But they're really reserved sometimes too, unless it's somebody that they know. Once they get to know people, then they open up. But that little one, Donnie, you would think he not like that when y'all be seeing them all loud and hearing them on the game in his room. No, that's only on the game in his room. Other than that, when you see Donnie, he like he might look at you like, nah. We ain't doing this.
What he said? Some folks do give silent treatment though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, but you know what? For example, right? I met Tweezy for the first time. We was in DC. That's where Tweezy from or whatever, right? But before meeting Tweezy in person, like we had a dialogue, through Shoe Freak. Like we had a dialogue. But if I was to meet Tweezy like at SneakerCon, right? It probably would have been a Midwest nigga, I don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying or whatever, because I'm just not giving you all of me.
Right.
And it's the first time we meet. Nigga, I don't know you. You could be out to try to get me.
I'm pretty sure I gave him a hug when I met him. So I don't know.
We always think somebody out to get us though. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's the thing though. But that's the dope thing. That's the dope thing about the sneaker community and social media is because we already have this dialogue before we actually meet in person. But true indeed, if there was no such thing as social media and we was just to meet somewhere or whatever like that, and even if it was a mediator between, like we both know somebody in between, they introduce each other, introduce us to each other. I'm still gonna be like, yo, you might be out to get me, nigga. I don't know you like that just because you know my homeboy. I don't.
Low key, Tweezy, you was wearing them. You was wearing them Dub Zeros when I met you, so I almost didn't talk to you.
Hey, I'll defend Tweezy on this one. Tweezy wore those Dub Zeros as a bet. He wore those Dub Zeros as a bet because he bet Shoe Freak that I think he bet him something like, yo, I bet you won't wear those Dub Zeros to SneakerCon, and he wore them or whatever. So
that's what that was.
Yeah, that's like, what it was.
Oh, my guy is risque out here.
You said risque.
I said I almost did give you the silent treatment when I saw them things, but I heard you before I saw them.
And that's the crazy thing, boy. We can judge somebody on their feet. Don't know nothing about them. Just look down like, oh,
No,
Yeah, you make shoe
the-
contact before you make eye contact.
right. You just be like, that's what you wear? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, and first impressions is a mother. That's why for me, and I don't think this is a Midwest thing also as well though, but for me, I always was raised like for guys, women always look at your feet first. They look from the feet up. So it's
Yeah.
for me, like I've always been on some, yo, my shoes gotta be even if it's white on white Air Force Ones, like they gotta be fresh. They gotta be, like you're not gonna catch me lacking. You'll never catch me lacking ever.
Mhm.
Ever. Unless I'm cutting the grass.
Like, now. Oh, bro, Jesus.
That's fact.
Them shoes. Oh, I hope you threw them away. But yeah, no, I that's true. And I don't know if it's a sneaker thing or whatever, but I do look at people's shoes first. I don't care if it's a female. I'm still looking at your feet first, like,
Especially nowadays, it don't matter about gender for now.
right. I'm like, let's see what your shoes look like. I look at everybody's shoes. I don't know. I just feel like it give you a sense of where they at sometimes. That's why I like trying to not wear if I go out with somebody, I be trying to figure out, it's the hardest thing to pick a pair of shoes. I'd be like, okay, you can't wear gym shoes at all. You can't wear gym shoes at all.
That's the thing. Like, I can get cute with it. You know what I'm saying? But I do be looking.
It's not getting cute with it. The problem is if I show up in my shit,
I'm judgmental with mine though in terms of the other person. Like if he wearing casual shoes with cotton socks, I'm gonna ghost you.
Right.
I'm gonna ghost you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ghost you.
Everybody in the sneakers. They be like,
I your casuals and your church shoes, and then I see some white cotton socks when you sit down at the dinner table.
On the tube socks.
You can't do that. You can't wear dress shoes and tube socks.
That's crazy.
That's hella crazy. People try it though. People hella try it.
Yeah, people don't know. They don't.
For me, like even if we had SneakerCon, prime example going to SneakerCon. You can go to SneakerCon and literally see what's on people's feet, and you literally can. I say it to my kids. I'm judgmental. I'm racist. I'm all of that. I can look at your feet and literally be like, I know what type of person you are.
All right.
No, that's a fact. I literally can look at your fit. I can look at your fit. I can look at everything about you, and before even talking to you, like even the first two words, and I literally know either I could be cool with this person, or this will never work.
That I was laughing because I said that last week. I was going to the Nike hour with one of my soldiers, and I was looking at the people feeling, and she was like, "Why are you always judging people by what they're wearing?" I was like, "Look at his feet, though. Look at his feet. Like, come on, you can't do that. It's like you don't know that what issues he may have." I'm like, I don't, but look at his feet, though.
Yeah, yes, I do. I do.
Like
he has issues that I want no part of. I'm good.
Right. You like, I'm good. I ain't saying you got to have hundreds of pairs of shoes, but you got to have on a decent pair. Like
even
hype beast.
Well, I can't even do that though, because I used to feel like that. But like, for instance, with Flashy, like when I first met her, all I thought was hype beast. But then I got to know her, and I noticed she been doing this for a minute.
But you could tell with Flashy though, even when she's rocking hype beast stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can still tell she gets busy.
But I'm saying like I found it out for a fact because I got to know her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. For me, like I catch people's aura off when I first meet them. Yeah, I don't know. That's just me or whatever. Like, but even good example, Flashy, like just meeting her for the first time in person, or you just seeing her in person, you can tell she gets busy. It's just not like, oh yeah, I caught these on StockX for about 1,000, and it's like, no, like she gets busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gets busy. It ain't like, no, oh yeah, these are the the off-white ones. Yeah, I caught these. because my girl Angela told me about him. It's like, she gets.
Except my girl Angela.
So like, she's an example of somebody that's been doing it for so long that she just gets up on like the latest and greatest just to make it exciting for herself.
Yeah.
You know? And that's like, even for me, like I go through phases now in my collecting where I'm like, okay, I'm getting bored with this. So then what? Like, I got every Jordan that I ever wanted, well, except for Chicago ones, but I definitely don't. I don't need laser orange trees. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bored with all of that shit. So that's why I end up having the different shit, because I'm bored.
So what is something that you would pick up that you wouldn't be bored with?
I don't know.
E-Money said you're gonna stop playing about his short sets. I know that though.
Like, I got a pair of shoes. I don't even think I've seen anybody wear these shoes on IG, do a video or anything on them. I just happened to see them and thought they were sweet.
What's that?
What?
Dutch Sports Company. Like,
what you talking about?
They some Hummels. Like, I just got, hold on, let's see. Is this it? Yeah. I got shit everywhere.
What would be something?
Come on.
Well, like, I saw these shoes. I was just,
speaking of pickups, this is my pickup of the week.
Searching through shit. Wait, how do I get this out the box?
Flex.
I know I'm used to the black box where it just flip over and all this extra shit going on.
With that lace swap. But she was bored with these.
That's a lace swap. Ain't that the laces that come with them?
No, they're not. This is lace swap.
And then I looked up the shoe and I was like, my shoe this ain't even suede. This is not suede. It's goddamn chinchilla on my shoe. I was like, this chinchilla on my shoe.
That kind of look like the Tokyo X6 a little bit.
It got chinchilla, okay?
You look like them Tokyo Fikes, them kid joints, or
yeah.
A6.
Yeah. I got,
They look like Saucony.
I just got these. I think I had
like New Balance. They like a New Balance.
I look like a Saucony to me.
That's what I saw. I saw that, and then it didn't have that N on there though. So that's what gravitated me towards these. They didn't have that big N on the side, but arrows. But I wear these. You just think I'm in some Walmart specials.
No, this is cool.
Apparently they're a big thing overseas or something. But I just happened to see them and was like, like them.
Hey, Miss.
But yeah, I've been doing different stuff too. Like, I got some New Balances I done picked up and
getting big.
And just different stuff lately. Like, I still grab my Jordan one, but
yeah, the 252.1 is the one. Handsome V said. That's that Tokyo joint that dropped recently, that Ronnie Fieg ASIC.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, those are nice. I might get them later.
PX flexing.
Yeah, he flexing with them Tokyo ones.
I'm not showing the lace swap.
It's white. It's white. They came with gray. Yeah, I didn't know they was white though.
These are some Concord laces I put in.
Oh, okay.
Right, I'm like, oh, okay.
I like the nylon, the net. The best.
Yeah, that comes in the Concord 11s. Yeah, 313's favorite shoe. Outside of the Concord 11, what is your favorite shoe with your backup, like your number 2?
Like a shoe I wear every day, or like
a shoe that you will hold in regards to the same as the Concord, like just a little bit under the Concord 11. You don't have to wear it every day, but
what would I put just under my 11s?
That if they call you for what do you call it again? I'm sorry, shit. And Who Has the Heat? They call you for a lifeline, and you're like, okay, you can't use a Jordan 11, but you can use something else. Like, what would be that go-to?
Not a Jordan at all, or just not a Jordan 11?
It can be any shoe, but just a shoe that you like.
I have my top shoes that are like my favorite.
Top 10.
Right? Like, I'm like, so I'm like, I don't know. It might be kind of weird for most people, but like I after that.
Well, top 10 is just a Detroit thing, but that's not her favorite.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't say that was my favorite. I would go more for my 90s, I think, next after my 11s.
Oh yeah.
I think the 90s. Like I used to buy 90s for my shoes. Like I never really thought about collecting 90s back in the day. You know, like it never was a thing for me. That was my comfort shoe. You know,
nobody's thing. We all just used to wear it. It was
right. It was a shoe. Like I would throw that boy on to go to football practice and throw it on my like literally these Mars Landings. These boys get worn literally every day. Them to slide them on, walk out the door. Like
hilarious
shoes. Like, but I think my 90s are like one of my big type deals. But like I don't really, you know, like my Concourse, that's it. But my 90s, those are my comfort shoes. So yeah, I like those.
P-Town, I didn't get the if you're talking about the suede toe questions, I haven't gotten them yet. I have the pearlized one, but I don't have that one.
So. I was in finish line earlier. They still in finish line if anybody's still looking or whatever, but they hadn't really sold out like that, to be honest with you. Which
I'm trying to get them for the low. I'm trying to get them for like less than 100.
Yeah, I wasn't taking no penitentiary chances. But for me, like I'm very big on Reebok questions, like as a mission right now, because I'm good on everything except once again I don't have the jet lives. That's the only one that I still have a major mission for. I finally after 2 months got the the Cameron joint in. I finally got that one, but I just need that jet life and then I'm good. I got every, But that's my mission though. That's the main thing for me is Reebok questions. That's my favorite hooping shoe, like on the court hooping shoe ever. And I'm big on that Reebok wave right now as far as the question. But
for sure. Questions.
What about you, Q? Like, do you have a certain mission that you own right now as far as like sneakers though?
I mean, besides LeBron's?
Yeah. Besides, I mean, LeBron. I mean, yeah, it could be that. To be honest with you.
I mean, there's only certain numbers of LeBrons that I care about, and then it's only certain colorways. So I'm not trying to have every LeBron. Which for some reason people think that's the direction I'm going in, but that's not it. That's not at all.
Okay.
Well, one of my missions is to close my gaps on like some of the Nike retro stuff, or just retro basketball stuff. Like I still haven't gotten the Kamikaze joint. There's still some Barkley colorways that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to close some gaps on some classic stuff that I love. So
and that can be kind of hard too to be honest with you, because like stuff like older Barclays, they not making them.
Right.
So it's not easy out here to be trying to find stuff like that, especially when it's not hype.
Right.
Whatever. So I feel you on that most days, especially Nike basketball, period.
That's what I'm saying. Like it ain't something I can just, put together right away. So
yeah, now that's stuff that I can only dream about. So there's no chance of this little foot finding anything like that. And that's like frustrating though. It is. It's like when you see some stuff like, like I was like, maybe I was like 10, I think. 10, somewhere around that. Like my shoe, when I tell you my shoe, like I don't care what was happening, okay? The Fila M Squad was my shit. Like, I am still trying to find, like it came back out, like I want to say a few years ago or whatever, but it didn't drop in small sizes. So I couldn't get it. It was like I was actually messing with buying the shoe just to have it, even though it wouldn't have been in my size. And I know like people are gonna be like, well, why are you buying a shoe if you ain't gonna wear it? But I'm like, that's just the nostalgia of it. I remember that shoe. I remember having it. I remember them was my brand new shoes, man. I was killing them shoes. My mama sent me down south. I got some dirt on it. These countries, I'm just gonna put my shoes in a washing machine. I had an M in a store.
Oh wow.
Oh,
mad. Okay, I was so upset. To this day, I just be like
disrespectful.
Just right. And then it's something, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something I can never get back. You know what I'm saying? Because my feet stop growing. So it don't come in my size. Like I look at it on the website on like it's there. You can buy them, but I can't have them.
I feel Tweezy on, like he said. He said I'm scared to go back now for real. Shoes is crumbling. Yeah, they most definitely are crumbling. But for
Yeah.
me, it's something about that like you were saying, like that Nike basketball, like that OG, and you see the glue bleeding
Mm-hmm.
because it takes you back to a time like, hey, but that's how it was. That's how it looked when we
Right.
originally bought it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like things for me, like sneakers, like all this for real, like for real, like all this, like takes me literally back because I got joints in here from like when I was like 16, but like whatever, like that. Like they may be wearable, they may not be wearable, but like some things, like it takes you back to a certain time. Like yo, like
Right. It's
I
not
will,
just about that sneaker. You got that nostalgia.
yeah,
It's
Absolutely.
personal. It's different. It that's what, like, I have the worst memory, but like I said, I can remember those shoes. Like I remember all the way back then to my shoe getting messed up and that being the shoe. Like I remember rocking my British Knights. Like I remember stuff like that. But
Mhm.
be like, you didn't remember? We gave you a whole open house when you was going to Michigan State. You don't remember?
Dang.
We had it at the house. I was like, it was mine.
You remember your open house?
mhm. I can do the same. I can only do that with sneakers, and I can do that sometimes with certain, like how like they they retro clothes now too or whatever like
Yeah.
that, right? So remember when Nike was doing like they did like throwback, and it's funny to say that they was doing throwback because it was older and we was even in the 90s, and they were doing like, remember how they were doing Larry Bird and Magic Johnson's college jersey, like whole fit,
Mhm.
Yeah.
the shorts and the jerseys, right?
Mhm.
So earlier today I seen the Michigan State shorts, but they weren't the Nikes. I was on Slam Magazine's website for some random reason. I was on Instagram, matter of fact, and I just seen like one of their ads, and I was like, I'm gonna go check this out. And they had the Michigan State shorts on there. And it took me back to, man, I had them same shorts, but they was the Nikes and they was 1990. And I had the, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I do the same thing even with clothes, because even back in the 90s and the 2000s, like I wasn't buying whole outfits, but I would buy the shorts.
Mhm. Mhm.
If I was not getting the shorts from whatever that, whatever, getting gifted certain shorts. But like Michigan State shorts, I had those. I had to have them UNC, you know what I'm saying, shorts. I had to have the Larry Bird Indiana State. Didn't nobody even know about Indiana State back then. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, but they look just like UNC colorway, so I had to have, so
Yeah, even now you see how they got the pants where they two different colors. One leg is one color, one leg is the other.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, as soon as I saw those pants, the first thing that popped in my head was
Cross colors.
red and blue feeler jacket. Like I had a coat, and my brother had the green one with the, and it was like one side, it was one color on this side, one color on
Yep.
that. And I was like, dang, all right. I was like, I see them doing these pants. I'm like, man,
And everything just retros now.
I don't know about this.
Even like OG, even
Oh,
like OG.
that's what that Calvin Klein and Kith collab.
Mm-mm.
They dropped. I think they dropped it yesterday. Sold out like hotcakes, but it was like that OG, like classic Calvin Klein logo on some Cruise sweatshirts.
Mm.
Dang.
Like the OGCK?
Well, it had Calvin by Kith.
Oh, the actual. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Everything on Kiss will be selling out like ASAP.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, dang, I wish I was on top of this because that would have been fire.
And half the time, truth be told, the Kip stuff, the collaborations don't even be looking good. But just because it's Kip, it'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta have that.
That's it.
Yeah, I saw some.
You could easily go.
I'd be like,
you could probably go to a thrift store and find the real deal, like the actual Calvin Klein crew joint with Calvin Klein on it.
Yep, on the chest.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I'm told them.
And then even, what was it? I just saw like lately it seemed like even like with Christian Dior, like Dior is being big now, whatever. And I would even say not even 6 months ago, you wasn't seeing it like that. But ever since they came out with the collab with the Jordan joint, it seemed like now every time I turn around, I see a another independent rapper.
Yep. Wearing Dior.
Yeah, wearing Dior, and it's just like Yo, you wasn't even thinking. Wasn't nobody even thinking about that 8 months ago?
At all.
I still ain't thinking about it.
Me
No,
either.
I'm not either. I'm not either.
I'm like,
You want that Dior
No,
no,
I'm good.
on your Ranger clothes?
I'm not a designer person like that though. So
Me either. I'm not a brand whore.
yeah, I've never been. No, I'm like, I'm cool. Give me my Cole Haan, something
Right.
cool, and you can't really. That's the crazy part. I got all these flashy sneakers, but then my casual shit just be like, oh, ain't no flash over here. Ain't no flash over here.
I'm the same way. Like I'll wear like some Ralph Lauren with the horsey and all that stuff showing, but I don't really do brands like that. I'm not a brand whore at all, which is probably why it's easy for me to buy black as much as I do.
Right,
I don't really have to have the brands. You don't have to see Gucci off my chest, and you know what I'm saying.
And then like
I ain't never been a
I
fan.
think those are the smaller brands though have better quality too. Like the ones you pick with, they really trying to get you some good quality. And then like I can put my clothes in the washing machine. Like, look, bruh, I ain't trying to make the dry cleaners rich. Throw something in the washing machine in a minute. I'm like, I'm good, like I get me a good t-shirt, some good clothes. I'm good on that. Like, even the polo, I'll toss that in the wash. I don't like clothes.
No, I ain't throwing the polo in the washer.
No, I gotta go dry clean.
Yeah, all of my hoodies that I wear and I post and all that stuff, all that stuff goes to the cleaners. None of that goes to the washer.
In the
preserve it though. It's preserved it.
Yeah.
I toss it in there. It steam real good. It'd be good.
So your success sweater you put in the washer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why?
It's gonna be toe up.
Why? No, actually, it's not.
Wash it 10 more times.
This is not even a washer. You put in it. There's a steam function you have on the washing machine. So, and it's a certain little stuff.
Well, not everybody's washing machine. Hold on, we got to put that out there. Not everybody washing machine got that option.
Mine don't.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm saying I don't know. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just put it in the washer. Like certain times, I be like, I'm just tossing this in the washer. I still think it's a difference between. I think maybe taking it to the.
One thing I want to point out that Michelle's had that sneakerhead versus Hypebeast shirt for a minute, and it still looks crispy on it. So
yes,
yeah.
Y'all see this? Y'all look at that. There's no cracking all on my shirt. I've had. So, like I said, I rock with stuff. I put this in the washer, the actual washer with the water, and
the actual washer with water.
It's been in the dryer and everything. Okay, so
hey, but you know what though? One thing that we also got to put out there though is that 313 actually knows how to wash her clothes. Though some of y'all don't know how to wash no damn clothes. Y'all just
that's true too. I just throw all that shit on one set and.
Oh no!
Oh,
I throw all that shit together.
Oh, that would drive me nuts. Seriously. And then, like my son, I go put it in the washing machine, and then it'd be like a towel there or something. I'd be like, "What is this?" And he'd be like, "I'd be learning this."
Now I separate my towels though. I separate my towels.
At least you do that.
Yeah, everything else going there together.
No, you probably you put everything on cold and hot and all that. You probably just be like, I don't know.
I put it on warm and it decide for itself.
No,
I ain't got time to be doing what Mama used to do. My mama used to be in there for an hour separating everybody's shit.
That's me.
That's me.
Why. And I got the laundry sanitizer. I got the special washing powder for certain clothes. I got wool light dark. I got Tide, all that OxyClean. I got all that.
That's why she be at the dry cleaners like that. That's why she be at the dry cleaners.
No.
Well, that's one of the reasons. But
see, even when I had one of those washers where you didn't put it in the little sections or whatever, I used to dilute my washing powder. My detergent before I put it in on my clothes. Mm-hmm. It was like a whole thing.
I didn't even know they still sell washing powder.
What?
Yeah, it's actual powder.
Yes. I ain't seen washing powder since I was a teenager. My mama.
No. Let me tell you something. Get you a kid.
She bougie.
Use washing powder, okay? Okay.
No, I use detergent. Just
no, it don't work.
That's what I'm saying. Q don't even measure her detergent. She just be
I
like,
just pour it in there.
Really?
what?
I don't like pouring it in the cup because then the cup be all messy.
The reason why it is a cup is because you probably using concentrated detergent. You don't even know your clothes are just getting ate all up just because.
I mean, I only go to the gym. No shit.
You use it, rinse it out.
Right. You rinse it out.
You rinse it out and just in the sink, or you rinsing it
in the washer.
Yeah.
The water don't start until after I put the lid down.
Well, then you got to use the other side. Use the sink.
You got a top washer. You got a top lid washer, or you got the
I got the top lid one.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a sink right next to the washer. But
but then you just pause it and then you rinse it out.
Or I could just pour it over in there.
So 303, you gotta go to her house and give her a class 101.
No, I ain't got time for that.
Let me tell you something. Growing up with my grandma,
that's why your boyfriend, he can do that.
Oh,
my boyfriends do that for me.
Oh, woohoo! Don't do that motion no more for me, okay? Don't the pouring in. Hurt every time you do it.
I feel sorry for your clothes. I swear to God. I bet you they be looking like, here this nigga go again. She knows she don't know how to wash, man. Why, like?
I think they make clothes more durable now or something, because I don't be knowing the difference.
I bet your clothes can't wait to go back to Michigan. I bet you just be like, I wish we go back to Michigan so bad. I hope she pick me when she go back to Michigan. She gonna take me back home. She ain't taking you. I bet you that she ain't taking you.
Nah, it's a whole thing. Like washing clothes here is a whole thing. Now I'm not as bad as my grandma. Because she be like, hey, you about that basket of clothes, you about to iron them right now, right? I'd be like, oh, grandma, we just gonna hang these up.
Yeah, that'd be another thing. If you don't fold them right away and you leave them in that basket, boy, wrinkle city.
I mean, you can hang them up or fold them, but iron them right after. I can't get with it, grandma.
I throw them right in the basket out of the dryer. I don't fold nothing right away.
I do. I have to hang it up, fold it up.
You trying to get it washed, Rep? What I'm saying, I'm like,
good.
I figure the rest out later, huh?
You need a man. You sound like a straight backward nigga pad.
Listen, I've been single for like 5 years now.
And you on that college tips. You like,
that's how you know I'm over here living like somebody that's been single for a long time.
Nah, you living that dorm life over there.
Right.
Now I'm not living dorm life. I ain't eating Pop-Tarts and top ramen now.
You eating popcorn every goddamn.
It's protein chips. Thank you very much.
Chips. Protein chips, not yogurt. Ranch.
You got to go to GNC and Vitamin Shop to get up on these. You can't just go to the corner store and get these. These ain't at the corner store.
You over there living and eating like you got track in the morning. What are you talking about?
I do have chest day in the morning. So.
Oh. Oof.
I mean.
Hey. Pause.
I do, got to get strong in there.
Got to make sure they don't sit on your lap.
Hey. Here we go, man. Here we go, man. Here we go. We could not get an episode. We literally about to close. We're literally about to close the show. And she had to have a pause moment. What is this?
Hey, you gotta keep them low.
Hey, 313 said it. We're trying to make sure they're not sitting on my lap when I get older. All right?
Yeah, that's it.
You gotta keep them up.
Yep, the pectorals, they keep the boys sitting up. Upright.
Hey, so this concludes another episode, man. I appreciate everybody coming through tonight. For real. I don't know what they talking about right now. But man, shout out to TK for coming through tonight, man. Shout out to 313 coming through tonight, representing. Appreciate you rocking the shirt tonight. Appreciate you coming through.
And this wasn't even on purpose.
That's
the funny thing.
Hey, I don't care if it was or if it wasn't. I appreciate you always representing, always showing love. Wholeheartedly. You already know that. So, man, coming through representing for Who Has the Heat. Make sure that you guys check out the first episode of season 5 this weekend, Saturday, 8:30 Eastern, on Who Has the Heat's YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken, right? And please correct me if I'm saying something wrong.
I'm trying to get my lights together too. I promise.
Yeah. And once again, it's the usual host where it's 313 Retro Queen. You got E Money, you got PM, and you got McFly. So if you guys have not seen any of the previous seasons, you are missing out. So make sure you guys check it out. I most definitely will be tuning in. We most definitely will be, checking out the battles, and we most definitely will be talking about it, having a good time.
Are y'all doing a pre-show, or y'all just getting right into it on Saturday?
We did that last week. Sunday we had a show, and the week before that we did something.
But that is a good question, though. Are y'all gonna do that?
You mean like the face off?
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna do that this season, just because it was a little iffy with that. Like, I was just a little tester. Like I said, we were testing things. Sometimes it didn't. Certain battles you can't really do that with.
Yeah, because some people ain't got no personality, and it just be a snooze fest. I got you.
What she said, yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's just like, okay. And then some together and have a face off because they don't like each other.
Yeah. That's what I'm
yeah, that get a little iffy. So we checked it out. So
gotcha.
Yeah. That more so than the other one. So
cool. All right.
Thanks for having me on here. I appreciate it to promote the show and all that good stuff. I do need to get out of here. These kids still up like they ain't got school in the morning.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so I'm trying
to the living room.
But gotta watch the last few minutes of this game. Yeah, I'm saying Lake Show about to close it out, son.
Hey, fuck yeah. we on that boat, but it's all good. We live to see another day. That's the most important thing, as always. We live to see another day.
You going fishing?
Yeah, but we live to see another day.
Yeah, after you go fishing.
After you go fishing.
Hey, look, hey. I bet you we catch a big fish though. How about that? So, Q the Queen, BX 313. Y'all go see y'all outros, and we can get up out of here.
Girl, Q the Queen. It's your girl, Q the Queen. Tonight was great. Thank you, 313, for giving us insight on the next season, getting us back excited for what's to come. We are looking forward to it. And yeah, man, y'all stay blessed. And that's it. That's it. Yeah.
It's me, BX. Thank you for 313 Retro Queen being on the show, and TK. Definitely know I'm going to be there on Saturday 8:30. Probably be the first one in there.
Attendance taker.
Clearly.
Yep.
All right, this was a good show. Thank you.
Yes.
313.
You want me to go? Oh, my bad. It's 313 Retro Queen. You can find me on IG, like you said, Who Has the Heat, this Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on the Who Has the Heat channel. So if you're looking for it anywhere else, it won't be there. So make sure you search that. Go ahead, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when to check in. Thank you, Rep Q BX, for having me on, promoting the show. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know it's all love when it comes to y'all, especially my big sis Q.
We hold it down for each other, man.
Yes. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. It's been a good time. I didn't even realize we've been on here like 3 hours, man.
Yeah, That's normally how it is for us. That's why I looked up and I'll be like, yo, we got to get up out of here. My
Yeah.
daughter already that's her bedtime. But once again, I appreciate you coming through, Michelle. For real, for real. You know, I love you wholeheartedly. We gotta, Midwesterns gotta stick together because we have that nigga I don't know you mentality, and they don't know us like that. All right. So, but no, for real. Man, great show tonight. Once again, everybody, if you guys love the new era sneakerhead snapback that I have on right now, we almost sold out literally during the show. So if you guys want to get it, make sure that you guys check out sneakerscodeline.com before we sell out. Appreciate everybody that did purchase if you are on here. And yeah, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. We'll see y'all. We may see y'all Saturday night. But for sure, we will be back next Tuesday. So holler at y'all later. Peace.
Later.